WLC Legendary Champions. Get going, are you ready? World Lethwei Championship Legendary Champions starts now.
Welcome to World Lethwei Championship, coming to you this evening from Tuanan National Indoor Stadium in Yangon, Myanmar. It's WLC
Warriors of WLC.
Glad that you're with us, everyone, watching globally with Joe Wilt and Sean Wheelock. On tap, a stacked card featuring 8 fights and culminating with our main event, Michael Nagata versus 2-2 for the WLC middleweight title.
Yeah, Sean, this is the art of 9 limbs. We get to use headbutts tonight with this rule set. Really excited to see it. Another big difference is the lack of gloves, which not only makes the punches hit harder, but makes it harder to defend punches from your opponent. Should be a good evening of fights.
First, the introduction of all 16 outstanding world-class fighters on this card. Hammer Bublea. Artur Saladia. Umar the Pain Samata. Badass Badato. 2-2. We are set for our opening bout of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Du Lee versus Chit Now Now. Du Lee from here in Myanmar. His record stands as he enters this huge bout. 14 victories, 1 defeat, 5 draws.
I know you heard of us, it's unheard of us. Now we coming out and motherfuckers getting scared of us. Ain't looking back, cause we platinum blonde. Misery love company, so now they...
From Myanmar, Chit Mao Mao.
The people themselves, I see you these well, and thanks for me, need no help. Me do this.
Chit Mao Mao, also from Myanmar. His record stands at 19 victories, 1 defeat, 10 draws. Pivotal fight for both of these young, rapidly emerging lightweights.
On purpose to hurt your focus. Use not MCs, use worthless. Use not them G's, use the circus. Use no, please use curtains. You use words, who heard slurred in 2003. Use the purpose, use the threat. Who's you serving when lyrically or the bird you beneath the dirt with? With a label overseeing the earth. Shady, the old trices burst. And as I mold, I become more cursed so we can put down the verse. Take it to the turf. And he who reached the earth is he who.
It's our opening bout of the evening. To get us started, here's our ring announcer, Mike Markham.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the opening bout of the evening, scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the WLC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He represents Yoyar Bagan Lethwei Club. He weighed in at 56.9 kilograms. His record, 14 victories, opposite a single defeat and 5 draws. Fighting out of Yangon, Miramar, WLC. His opponent awaits and fights out of the red corner. He represents Town Calais Lethwei Club. His official weight, 56.7 kilograms. His record, 19 victories, opposite a single defeat with 10 draws. Fighting out of Cayenne State, Myanmar, Chit Mao Mao. Your referee, U Cha Cha So.
Big step up in competition for these two fighters respectively.
Round 1.
Combined 33 wins between the two. 14 for Du Li, 19 for Chit Mao Mao. Outstanding setting here at Tuanan National Indoor Stadium in Yangon, Myanmar. The bell in round number 1. Blue trunks for Du Li, red trunks for Chit Mao Mao. Hands high and tight from both fighters to start this bout, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely, and as I talked about a little bit earlier, this really changes the defense during a fight. Used to having 16-ounce gloves or even 4-ounce gloves on, able to stop punches and elbows coming through, in a much different sport here with the lack of gloves.
Big shots to the body with the right hand from Du Li, then the counter knee from Chit Mao Mao. On the outside kick, right hand. This is the right knee lands from Lee. Big right hand from Chit Mao Mao.
Really big shots here early on in the fight, in and out of the clinch. We saw a huge knee and a huge right hand right there early on in the first round.
Lee throwing knees with the body lock into separation. Quickly on the restart. 65 seconds gone, round number 1. See the flexibility in the hips, Joe. Dooley burying those knees.
Yeah, from that angle and that kind of a clinch, that's a grueling part of the fight, and it's hard to get a lot of power on those angles, but some of these guys just have super flexible hips that can put a lot of energy into those knees.
Wide swings from Lee, stepping into the pocket of Chit Meow Meow. Needs the knee, separation. Already an abrasion under the left eye of Chit Meow Meow. Steps in with that right hand, and there's the big right elbow to counter. See a much more open striking style with his defensive guard for Chit Meow Meow. Spinning back fist just off target.
Yeah, I think he was trying to set up a spinning back elbow there, just outside of range, but a really good attempt.
Left hand, back into the clinch, comes Meow Meow. "50 seconds remaining opening round. Head kick not getting through. Big downward elbow and the counter elbow right back from Meow Meow. There's Chit Meow Meow. Moving forward. Defending the head kick through Lee. Meow Meow changing up his striking volley. Big right hand.
I think Dooley needs to be a little bit more aggressive here. He's doing a lot of backing up. He's taking some big shots here from the more aggressive fighter, and that's why we keep seeing a clinch from Dooley.
Final seconds, round number one. Head kick just off the mark from Chit Meow Meow. Left hand, then a right hand just misses on the hook. Another knee to the body. Fighter's down. Quickly in the restart. That is the end of round one.
As we see a big exchange here, Dooley definitely took the worst of that one. Meow Meow was a more aggressive fighter in the first round. We saw an exchange of some good elbows. Overall, though, a lot of this round was fought in the clinch because of the aggression of Meow Meow, and Dooley would be forced into that clinching situation. Big exchange of lefts and rights there. Now more work up against the ropes. See both of these fighters, again, with the lack of gloves, harder to defend these punches coming through. We see a lot of action, a lot of offense here. Charging it again, there's Meow Meow. See Dooley trying to answer, trying to get off his combinations. Great action-packed first round here to get us started off tonight.
Scheduled for 4 rounds. The other 7 bouts on this card scheduled for 5 rounds. Just in the lightweight division. Moments away from the start of round number 2. Confirmation, the round 2 is upon us.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
Both fighters back to the center of the ring. Round number 2. Sporting touch of gloves. Back to work for both Dooley and Chit Meow Meow.
Right away, again, we see Dooley starting to take steps backwards. He's had a lack of aggression a little bit in that first round and allowed Meow Meow to get off with some good offense. So we'll see if he changes it up this round, tries to move forward a little bit more with his offense.
Roundhouse kick after the deep right hand lands for Meow Meow. See the clinch? Looking for the trip. Lee couldn't find it. Right back to his feet. There's the restart.
No gloves to wipe off here after he's standing back up, Sean. They're right back to action.
Uppercut in the left hand. From the plumb. Big knees now landed from Lee. Good striking sequence. Chip Meow Meow walking through it. There's the headbutt. First significant headbutt we've seen in this fight.
A lot more action already this round from Dooley, doing a very good job. When he moves forward, he seems to do better with his offense. Meow Meow likes to fight forward, and if Dooley allows him to do that, he seems to be taking more damage. But when he turns it on him, that's when he's really got off on his good strikes.
Chip Meow Meow Joe has definitely turned up the volume, turned up the intensity here in round number 2. Mouthpiece out, right back in. Meow Meow trying to cut angles, moving forward, right to the body, then the head kick. Counter elbow right back from Dooley, and then off of the left hand from Meow Meow. Both fighters now turning up the intensity, spinning back elbow, that landed flush. Good body kick.
They both got a spinning back elbow in there. I think Dooley gave Meow Meow the idea. He landed the better of the shots in that exchange.
Another body kick, that landed just under the armpit. Left hand, there's the knee, walking forward, another headbutt and another. Using the headbutt to pivot in.
Absolutely, it's almost a range-finding technique sometimes, and we saw that right there. He used it to push him back to the corner, try to get off his strikes. First few headbutts of the fight in this round.
50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Swing and a miss on the overhand right from Lee. Driving pressure back to the inside from Chip Meow Meow. Missing with that elbow. See the downward slash of the elbow. Right hand doesn't get through from Dooley. That right hand landed, then the knee. Another good attacking sequence from Chip Meow Meow. There's the tie-up for Lee. Chip Meow Meow, it's still coming forward, heavy pressure. Another headbutt.
Hit him with a nice little in elbow there too, up against the ropes. Meow Meow doing a good job. Again, when he's moving forward, his offense really seems to be strong.
That is the end of round number 2.
Walking in house, brand new shades on. All the floor, all the gal, them a step on. Love cushion thing, we are blazing.
Here's some of the action going around.
Yeah,
It's like
mash up the
big
grass and
Meow
toes.
Meow
Pretty
there.
gal, them on the
Backing
toes.
up
Light up the toes.
calling up the knees. Missed on the elbow, but there's the spinning back elbow. Another look at that right there. Good job by Dooley. Spinning back elbow. First good headbutt sequence of the fight there. Good body work, good knees there by Chip Meow Meow. Dooley landed some good shots in that round, a little bit better offensively than he was in the first round. He was able to meet the aggression of Meow Meow a little bit in the second round.
High like a pyramid.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
Seconds out called. Set for round number 3. Strong round number 2 for Chip Meow Meow. Into the second half of this fight. This time early pressure in the round from Dooley.
I think that's what he needs to do, Sean. He needs to up his aggression and go after him, chip Mound a little bit more. Stop fighting with his back against the ropes so much.
See the counter body lock, the initial body lock held by Lee. Meow Meow trying to spin, can't do it. There's the separation. And the restart. Kick caught nearly through the ropes. Relatively limited kicks between these two fighters thus far, Joe.
Yeah, they've been throwing their hands a lot of wide punches, a lot of power shots, but you're absolutely right, not a lot of kicks, not a lot of punches to set up kicks, mostly just brawling on the feet, a couple headbutts, and a lot of knee work in the clinch.
There's another big headbutt from Meow Meow. She said round number 2, using it as a rangefinder, using it effectively. Lee initiating that fall to the ground on the takedown, right back to their feet. Level change, the body lock held by Dooley, the separation, the restart. Meow Meow coming back to the inside. You can see Lee trying to kick out the plant leg.
Dooley has seemed to get Chip Mound Mound's timing down a little bit, has caught his foot off the ground several times in this round, able to pick it up. Hasn't always finished with it, but has been able to put him almost through the ropes one time.
That head kick partially getting through. Meow Meow again turning up the pressure, coming forward, short knee to the inside. Back to the clinch. 1:15 now remaining, round number 3. Knee to the body, head kick just missed the mark. Jump knee on the switch knee, that was effective. Headbutt to the chest, back to the inside. Counter knee from Dooley.
A lot of action here in this third round. I think Meow Meow might be the more well-conditioned fighter. He seems to be sensing Dooley fading a little bit here and is really pouring it on in this third round.
Big knee, that landed on the butt of the chin, now the headbutt. That's a slip from Dooley, not a knockdown. No knockdowns, at least not yet in this fight. Rear teep kick from Meow Meow. Another headbutt to open up the chin and the right hand. Good stuff from Kid Meow Meow. Trying to fully seize control of this fight here in round number 3.
Yeah, this has been his best work of the fight so far. Again, Dooley fighting backwards, finding his back against the ropes a lot. Hasn't been a good place for him, and Chip Meow Meow doing a very good job.
5 seconds to the bell. Counter headbutt from Dooley. We are headed to the 4th and final round.
Some of our exchanges from the third round. See Dooley with his back against the ropes. That's been pretty familiar to us in this fight. Chip Meow Meow being aggressive, backing him up, knees to the body, lots of combination work. Finishing up his knee clinch there with an elbow. We saw the jump knee to the body. Very good shot from Chip Meow Meow. Another look at it up underneath the arm of Dooley and lands to the ribs. Much more offense that round from Chip Meow Meow. Dooley found himself at the end of a lot of good strikes because of Chip Meow Meow in that third round.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Heading into the fourth and final round of this lightweight fight, Lethwei versus Chit Meow Meow.
Round 4.
Both of these fighters from Myanmar, both respectively a big step up in competition and opposition.
And I think Lethwei has a lot of work to do here in the last round, Sean, if he wants to get this fight. Needs something big, needs to get off on his offense, stop fighting with his back against the ropes. Chit Meow Meow needs to do more of the same. Lots of moving forward, let his hands go, finish up with big knees and big kicks, and try to do damage to Lethwei.
Chit Meow Meow definitely starting to turn up the tempo in round 2. Really trying to take full control of this fight in round 3, back to the inside. Quality start to this stack card. WLC 3 legendary champions from Tuanan National Indoor Stadium, Yangon, Myanmar. Nothing on that front teep kick from Lethwei. Makes the backward step again. Checks that kick from Meow Meow. Still, you see the forward pressure, Chit Meow Meow. Spinning back fist off the mark. Head kick just wide of target. Duck of the head back to the inside from Meow Meow.
Really good head movement from Meow Meow there. Almost got caught with an elbow, was able to slip to the outside, use it to get into a clinch and try to land some strikes of his own.
1:35 remaining, fourth and final round. Left hand flick jab from Lethwei. Overhand right from Meow Meow. Still you see the forward pressure, the forward movement from Chit Meow Meow. That's the body kick. Good left hand. Slicing head kick just misses. Nothing on the right hand from Lethwei. Allows Meow Meow to close space. See Meow Meow continuing to throw those knees to the back of Lethwei's thighs.
He's overall just been the busier fighter in this fight, Sean. He's thrown way more strikes, landed more damaging strikes in my opinion, and most of that just because of his forward pressure.
Kick to the body, landed in the chest of Lethwei. Both fighters down, ordered immediately right back up. Chit Meow Meow continuing to be the aggressor. He's largely been so since round number 2 in this lightweight fight. Can Chit Meow Meow to the inside. Right now, Joe, Lethwei playing a lot of defense.
Absolutely. I think he faded a little bit in this fight. A lot of times when you're fighting, just forward pressure alone can be so tiring. If someone is constantly moving you backwards, it doesn't seem like that's something that would drain your energy, but it really can. And Chit Meow Meow has really done a good job of controlling the ring in this fight and has had Lethwei backing up almost the entire time.
Final stages now of this fight. 10 seconds remaining, fourth and final round. Both fighters will look for one more big flurry. There's that headbutt from Chit Meow Meow. Downward elbow, the bell, the end of the fight.
It's a really good one to get us started off here tonight, Sean. Lots of action. Some of the highlights from that round. Chit Meow Meow was the aggressor as he was in most of the fight in this fourth round. Was able to back Lethwei up. See him here land a nice left hook. Comes over the shoulder with that head kick and just barely misses. Good timing there on defense by Lethwei to get out of the way. But overall, I think a pretty dominating fourth round for Chit Meow Meow.
Markham is in the ring. Let's go to him now to learn the winner of this lightweight fight.
presenting the award to the winner, Uso Min, chairman of Great Tiger Group. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Chid Mao Ma.
No surprise, especially the work that Chid Meow Meow put in rounds 2, 3, and 4, especially round 3, when he really seized control of this fight. Now 20 victories in his career for Chid Meow Meow. A strong performance, Joe.
Absolutely, great way to start us off tonight. Really aggressive fighting by Chid Meow Meow. Used all of his tools, punches, kicks, elbows, headbutts. Great overall performance by him, and he gets the win because of it.
Victorious by way of unanimous decision, Chid Meow Meow defeats Drew Lee.
From Myanmar,
From Myanmar. First corner out for this in the featherweight division, scheduled for 5 rounds. 70 victories, 10 losses, 20 draws for Pasha Hay.
Stood their ground. Tommy and Gina never back down. Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. Looking, even looking, gotta make your own breaks. It's my life, it's now or never.
from Myanmar.
In the featherweight division, Mike Yee versus Pasha Hay.
The following bout is presented by Skynet, the official broadcast partner of WLC. This bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Miaowati Lethwei Club. He weighed in at 54.7 kilograms. His record, 70 victories, opposite 10 defeats and 20 draws. Fighting out of Miaowati, Myanmar, Pachahe. His opponent awaits and fights out of the red corner. He represents Shuipu Lethwei Club. His official weight, 56.6 kilograms. His record, 31 victories, opposite 6 defeats and 14 draws. Fighting out of Cayenne State, Myanmar, Marian. Your referee, Utoji.
Final instructions to both fighters, and we are set, scheduled for 5 rounds in the featherweight division. Round number 1.
Round 1.
Blue trunks for Pachahe, red trunks for Mike Yi. Front teep kick from Yi, then the outside kick, hard and low. Kick caught, kicking out the leg. Good exchange from Pachahe. Yi off the right hand, hands high and tight. Counter kick to the chest, landed from Pachahe. Mike Yi, Joe, swinging big coming to the inside.
Absolutely, and we've got, an orthodox fighter versus southpaw here, so we probably see a lot of caught kicks during this fight. Also a lot of straight rights and lefts. Already a lot more kicks in the second fight than we saw in the first fight, Sean.
Hard kick to the chest. See the teep kick again, Pachahe. A kick turning over, just missing the target from Mike Yi.
Mixing it up early with the headbutts this time.
Hard on the inside fighting, headbutts from both men. Quickly on the restart. 1:45 remaining round number 1. Another fast kick from Mike Yi. Missing with that kick. Lightning strike quick, kicks.
Yeah, these featherweights are really moving fast in there. The legs look like a blur when they're throwing those kicks.
A kick not getting through from Pachahe. That kick got through. Counter left hand from Hay. You see the headbutt from Yi. Quickly in the separation. Now 70 seconds remaining round number 1. Time called here in round number 1.
Mike Eaton really taking advantage of the headbutts being allowed here and definitely already opened him up.
Medical timeout to assess that scalp cut.
And I believe, so the scalp cut I think is from the offense on that one. He cut himself while cutting his opponent over the eye. And now they're both bleeding early in the fight.
Time in, we resume round number 1. Good teep kick. You see, taking Mike Yi off of his striking line. Pachahe again with the front teep, and again for the 3rd time in the chest. Yi acknowledged it, said, let's go. He's the English version thereof. Now the takedown. Kick caught, counter kick on the back. That drew a smile on the face of Mike Yi. The fighters going very hard here in round number 1 of this featherweight fight. Teep kick again from Pachahe from the southpaw stance.
He's done a good job of using those teep kicks to keep some distance because Mike Yi's being a very, very aggressive fighter here in the first round.
Low hard on the outside kick from Yi. Inside kick, mixing things up. The bell, the end of round number 1. Touch of hands after a very hard opening round.
Some of the action there. Off the cock kick, you see a nice left hand from Pachahe there. Mai was a little bit more aggressive fighter in this round, but you saw that Pachahe took advantage when he was able to catch the kicks. He was able to get off on his own offense. Good exchanges against the ropes, and in the clinch during this round, we definitely saw some good use of the headbutts as well. Nice right hand there from Yi. Counter left from Yi. Pachahe missed with a kick to the head there. Good action in the opening round. Both fighters bleeding a little bit. Both fighters had their moments. Overall, though, good action for round 1.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
Round number 2.
Round 2.
70 win Pachahe versus 31 win Mike Yi.
Yeah, some of these guys' records, Sean, are unbelievable, and we'll see here if Pachahe's experience takes over later in the fight because he has almost double the fights of Mike Yi.
Flurry of punches. Pachahe opening strong, the deep kick, body kick to counter, then caught. Big left hand, head kick right back from Mike Yi.
Catching kicks can be a funny thing, Sean. Sometimes you'll catch that kick but still take the full impact to the body. It's a gamble at times, but sometimes you're still going to take a big shot, which I think we saw right there.
Quick restart after the clinch. Right to the body. Yi again had his kick caught. The head kick from Yi. Landing that right hand. Things really opening up here in round number 2. "60 seconds gone in this second round." Kick caught again, and the counter right hand from Pachahe.
Pachahe's timing on catching these kicks is really awesome, and he's able to strike off of that as well. Mike Yi's aggression, though, is really taken over in the second round.
Big right hand from Yi. Hay was really rocked and then fires right back with the left hand. Big body kick, and the counter left, and the turnout from Hay. Pachahe again going with the deep kick. Mike Yi stepping right into the striker's pocket. Down goes Pachahe. Ruled a knockdown. First knockdown of this fight. Hay back to his feet after that knockdown. 1:10 remaining round number 2. So a lot of time to go in this second round. Mike Yi trying to take full advantage after the knockdown.
Mike Yi doesn't seem to be backing off at all. He's dealing with the teep kicks well, but still getting inside and finding his range and landing big shots.
That was a big step in knee, then the uppercut. Back fist. Swing and a miss after the cock kick. Big jump knee. Mike Yi again. Pachahe goes down for the second time in this round.
Just a really aggressive bunch of offense there from Mike Yi. Jump knees, big strikes. Maybe a less experienced fighter here, but is really making up for it with aggression.
Two knockdowns scored by Mike Yee here in round number 2. Looking to finish in this second round. That switch knee landed flush on the chin. Big knee to the body, counter left hand right back. Pachahe still throwing and down for the 3rd time in this fight.
See his mouthpiece on the ground there, Sean. I don't think he's getting up from this one.
And that is it. 3 knockdowns and out, and the victory from Mike Yee in round number 2.
It's a really big win for Yee. Some of the action here. Big knee, that was the first knockdown. Huge knee to the body. You can see it land, just never let off the gas after that point. Huge offense from Mike Yee. Elbows, knees, and punches. And we see another jump knee. Just relentlessly coming after the finish in that fight. Once he smelled the blood, he definitely was going after the finish hard there in the second round. Another jump knee, teaming it with elbows. Dominating win from Mike Yee against a very much more experienced fighter in our second fight here tonight.
That's a huge win from Mike Yee, defeating Pachahe in this, his 91st fight. Making 101st fight. Let's go to Mike Markham.
Come on, kid.
Presenting the award to the winner, Mr. Harry, director of Shui Dan Lin Media. Ladies and gentlemen, the bout ends at 2 minutes 12 seconds of the second round. Your winner by knockout, Mike Yee.
32nd win of Mike Yee's career, and one of his most impressive. Pachahe coming in this 101st fight with 70 victories. The guy just overwhelming Pachahe. Vicious knees, punches, kicks, and elbows to finish. It was a quality performance from Mike Yee.
Absolutely, against a much more experienced fighter, but he defeated that with aggression. You could see Pachahe try to keep the range with some teeth kicks, but wasn't able to do so. Mike Yee comes in aggressively and was able to do damage and win the fight by knockout.
The winner by way of second round knockout, Mike Yee defeats Pachahe.
From Cambodia, Green Sarah.
Here comes the, y'all don't really worry like it. Here comes
The Cambodian Rin Sarah,
y'all don't
an amazing record, 131 victories against 21 defeats, 8 draws. His first appearance at World Lethwei Championship. Set for the light middleweight division, WLC legendary champions to win off National Indoor Stadium instead of Yangon, Myanmar.
You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Has a not so nice friend, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop for your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, no subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like age full blown, I'm killing it like a blind man reading, I'm feeling it like, oh, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, I don't really want it like that, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, I don't really want it like that, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the.
အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါကျွန်တော်နာမည်ဖူလာပြပါကျွန်တော်ရွှေဘူးကတ်ကလပ်ကူစားပြီးကျွန်တော်ထိုးတက်နေတယ်2010လောက်ကနေစပြီးတော့လောကကြီးလောကတွေကိုရောက်ပါတယ်ပထမဆုံးကြိမ်ထိုးတက်ခဲ့တာကတော့ဝင်းစိတ်ဆရာတော်ကြီးပွဲမှာစပြီးတော့ထိုးခဲ့တယ်ပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ခက်ခဲဆုံးတိုင်ပဲကတော့တွေးတူဝင်လိုက်ပေါ့ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားကစားသမားရဲ့သူ့ပွဲတွေကိုကြည့်ရပေါ့နော်အားနေကြအားသာချက်ကိုကျွန်တော်တုံးတက်တယ်ဒီမှာလေ့ကျင့်မှုပြုလုပ်ထားတယ်လာမယ့်နိုဝင်ဘာလ4ရက်နေ့မှာ WLC 3ပွဲမှာကမ္ဘောဒီးယားကစားသမားကိုကျွန်တော်အနိုင်ယူလဲထိုးသွားမယ်
From Myanmar, Paul Lethwei.
Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro.
Pull-up very popular, rapidly emerging here in his home nation, Myanmar. 20 victories, 5 defeats, 11 draws.
Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito. Firmo en las paredes de tu laberinto.
His opponent in this light middleweight fight, Lethwei, has 111 more career wins. Lethwei, though not intimidated, very, very confident entering this fight, arguably the biggest of his career.
Déjame sobrepasar tus zonas de peligro, hasta provocar tus gritos y que olvides tu apellido. Si te pido un beso, ven dámelo. Yo sé que estás pensándolo, llevo tiempo intentándolo. Mami, estoy dando y dándolo. Sabe que tu corazón conmigo te hace bam bam. Sabe que esa beba está buscando de mi bam bam. Me pruebas de mi boca para ver cómo te sabe. Quiero ver cuánto amor a ti te cabe. Yo no tengo prisa, yo me quiero dar el viaje. Empezamos lento, después salvaje. Pasito a pasito, suave, suavecito. Nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Cuando tú me besas con esa
In the light middleweight division, Lethwei versus Ring Saraf.
The following bout is presented by Max Cement, the official cement partner of WLC. This bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC light middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He represents Cambodian top team. He weighed in at an even 67 kilograms. His record, 131 victories, opposite 21 defeats and 8 draws. Fighting out of Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Rin Saraf. His opponent fights out of the red corner. He represents Shui Pu Lethwei Club. His official weight, 68.6 kilograms. His record, 20 victories, opposite 5 defeats and 11 draws. Fighting out of Cayenne State, Myanmar, Paul Lethwei. Your referee, U Cha San.
Round one.
Round number one. Scheduled for 5 light middleweight, 71 kilograms. Blue trunks for Rin Sarath, red trunks for Polapi.
Got another big difference in experience here, Sean. Crazy to think about someone like Rin Sarath, who's only 21 years old with over 150 fights, but we see that a lot here, and see if Polapi can make up from the experience with aggression like we saw in our last fight.
Hard low kick landing from Polapi. Right back to it. Suspicion the kick was low. We fight on, no complaint from Rin Sarath. Now stepping forward. Big swinging downward elbow from Sarath. Body kick from Polapi, but being put on the defensive. Overhand right from Sarath. Good counter kick from P. Polapi with the low kick. Back to the center of the ring. Furious start to this fight. 1 minute gone, round number one.
Rin Sarath is doing a great job here of countering off of the kicks of Polapi. Every time he checks a kick or takes a kick, he seems to answer back with strikes.
Big elbow. Not ruled a knockdown. Looked like an elbow landed flush from Rin Sarath, but ruled as a slip.
Looks like a knockdown to me.
Sarath trying to open up with his hands, open up with his elbows. This is with that kick. Didn't fully turn it over. Got a body kick from Polapi. That looks to be a knockdown. It is not. Again ruled a slip. Polapi right back to his feet.
Rin Sarath doesn't seem to be flustered at all by that. You know, either one of those or both could have been ruled knockdowns. But he's just staying on his game plan. Doesn't seem to be shook up by it at all.
Big elbow. Sarath stepping into the pocket, landing that flush. Body kick from Polapi. Low kick, turns, loses his striking line. Down, and again that's ruled as a slip. 3 times Polapi has been down here in round number one of this light middleweight fight. All 3 times ruled as a slip. No complaints though from Rin Sarath. Continues to come forward with heavy pressure and heavy elbows. Good body kick from Polapi. Another elbow from Sarath.
Yeah, Sarath's acting like he's got over 150 fights in there. You've probably seen it all when you've had that many fights, and he's just trying to execute his game plan. He's landed some really good strikes, countering the kicks of Polapi. And although we have no knockdowns officially, he has had him on the ground 3 times in this fight.
Final stages, round number one. 10 seconds to the bell. Right hand above the ear from Polapi. Sarath, another elbow. Pushed away by P. Back to the center of the ring. That's the end of a very fast-paced round number one.
See if we get a look at some of these knockdowns in the first round that weren't counted as knockdowns. Rin Sarath looked like he landed a good elbow there. Did a good job of controlling the range. And as I said, he's countering the kicks off of Polapi. When Polapi would throw a kick or hesitate on a kick, Rin Sarath would try to make him pay by coming in with elbows. That looked like a knockdown to me. Elbow right to the side of the head, knocking him down. I'm not sure how that one was called a slip, but I'm not the referee, so didn't count as a knockdown in the fight. Rin Sarath just keeps going to work. I think that he's clearly winning this fight. Just needs to see if he can get the referee to agree on some of these knockdowns.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Round 2.
Round number 2 strong. Round number 1 for the Cambodian Rinsaroth. Pola P from here in Myanmar going down 3 times in the opening round. All 3 times ruled as a slip. Again, though, no complaints from Saroth. Saroth immediately taking center of the ring to start round number 2. Lands the body kick. Again, putting Pola P on his bicycle, moving laterally, moving backwards. Swing and a miss with the left hand from P. That body kick landed. Another standing elbow and another big elbow to the left elbow from Saroth to close distance. Counter body lock from Pola P.
Really good job by Saroth of controlling the range of the fight with those elbows. He's crashing in with those in elbows, changing up the angle of his elbow so it's not predictable, and is really giving Pola P some fits so far with those techniques.
Low kick, good left hand to counter, then the elbow right back from Saroth. Right hand, left-handed from P. Pola P is walking through some big shots, lands another body kick. That is there for him in this fight, Joe.
Yeah, those have been his best strikes. Seems to be landing those good. In the first round, Rinsaroth did a good job of countering the kicks. In this round, Pola P is doing a good job. He's going a little higher, going to the body, and it's stopping Rinsaroth from countering as much off his chest.
There's the headbutt from Pola P, then the left hand, another left hand, stepping in with that knee. Knee and shin on that movement forward. Kick to the chest that time. Right elbow from Saroth as P ducked his head, then the knee from Rinsaroth. Swelling under the right eye of Pola P. Saroth really favoring that right elbow. Throwing more right elbows, throwing right crosses, right hands. Left hand there from Pola P.
Yeah, he's trying to time Pola P coming in, but it looks like Pola P has also realized he's going to that elbow a lot. I think that Pola P settled in a little bit here in the second round and is having a lot more luck.
Another right elbow. P walking through that again, using the headbutt to close distance. Effective headbutt from Pola P. 40 seconds remaining, round number 2. Saroth missing that elbow. Feinted on that right elbow. Left to the chest from P. Can you see the downward slashing elbow from Saroth? It's his favorite strike in this fight. Left to the body from Pola P. We're starting to see the body work.
Yeah, Pola P's mixing it up, and Rinsaroth really is just throwing a lot of hard right elbows, and he's had some success there, but it's allowing Pola P to get off on his own.
Big right hand from Pola P. His most significant strike of this fight. That backed off Saroth. Final seconds, down goes Rinsaroth. That rule is a knockdown. It's a strike just before the bell. You cannot be saved by the bell. Saroth back to his feet. Now officially the end of round 2.
Some of the action here, Pola P really started to work the body of Rinsaroth in that round. Started finding his timing and started doing a lot of damage because of those body shots. Not headhunting at all, mixing it up high and low, but you can see that a lot of the damage done in that round were strikes to the body from Pola P. Rinsaroth trying with the elbows, Pola P countering with the headbutt and more body work, just relentlessly kicking and hooking to the body. And that's going to add up over time, and that's what we saw there in the second round.
Seconds out.
Pola P being strongly encouraged by his corner. After he put together a strong round number 2.
Round 3.
We go with round number 3.
If I'm in Polapi's corner, I'm telling him to go back to the body. That's really hard to recover from. Once you've been hurt to the body, it tends to soften you up. You see Polapi starts going right back to work on the body.
That was clearly a slip. Polapi landing a knockdown. 2 seconds remaining in round number 2, dropping Sarat. "30 seconds now into round number 3. Better stuff from Polapi. He seems to have switched the momentum in his favor in this fight after a very good round 1 for Prince Sarat. Back to the body to the left hand. You've seen the body work. And down goes Sarat for a second time in this fight. Flurry, that big punching combination to the body. Sarat has spit his mouthpiece out. He's not going to get up. He's not going to beat the count. That is it, and the come from behind win for Polapi. The body work to the knockout.
Unbelievable performance from Polapi, fighting a guy with over 150 fights. He was able to come through, take a few knockdowns in the first round, even though they were ruled slips. Recovers from that, turns the fight around. Great body work, and is able to drop Sarat. You see again, right to the body with the left, back up high, but then immediately right back down to the body. That's with his left hand, that's on the liver side. Can't take too many of those, and once you've softened somebody up to the body, Sean, it's a lot easier to hit him again later. Mixing it high and low, very good work from Polapi there in the corner. Well-deserved win for him.
You look at just how much this victory means to Polapi. Prince Sarat, the Cambodian, so experienced, so accomplished, entering 131 victories, but now victory 21 of his career for the rapidly emerging Polapi.
Presenting the award to the winner, Usa Miantong of Max Myanmar Manufacturing Company Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, the bout ends at 52 seconds of the 3rd round. Your winner by knockout, from the red corner, Polapi.
A slow start to this fight for Polapi, and Joe, a rapid-fire finish.
Yeah, unbelievable body work there. That's the first time we've really seen that consistently tonight. He's mixing up high and low. I think that the more experienced fighter, Sarat, went to the well too many times with that big right elbow. That allowed Polapi to get his timing down. And once he turned the fight on him, he never let go of it. He was able to get a huge win and a big finish there against a guy with over 150 fights.
Victorious by weight. 3rd round knockout. Polapi defeats Prince Sarat.
Myanmar, Sean Cole.
Chenko from here in Myanmar. First fight in World Lethwei Championship. In the light middleweight division, as this stacked card continues, WLC 3 legendary champion. Co-enters with a record of 16 victories, 7 defeats, 23 draws.
When I speak, I do as I say. I hustle, I grind, don't get in my way. I'm pimping my hoes, I'm jacking my foes. I spit at police and duck my POs. I ain't going to court, you can call a judge. Tell him kiss my ass, cause I ain't gon' bug. And I ain't going back to lock up. You're trying to clock a pop up. I ain't going back to broke, and I'm never gonna stop the puffin'. Not for nothing. The block, they need me. The streets, they need me. The club scene, nigga, it's mine, believe me. You don't believe me?
also from Myanmar, the highly accomplished Lethwei Win Line. This is his 65th career fight. Lost just once. 40 victories, 23 draws. Lethwei Win Line is an absolute finisher. Looks for fast starts and even faster endings. In the light middleweight division, Lethwei Win Line versus Shanko. Back we go to our ring announcer, Mike Markham.
The following bout is presented by High Wi-Fi, the official Wi-Fi partner of WLC. This bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC light middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Wintun Lethwei Club. He weighed in at 70.6 kilograms. His record, 16 victories, opposite 7 defeats, and 23 draws. Fighting out of Yangon, Myanmar, Shanko. The opposition comes in the form of the man awaiting across the ring and fighting out of the red corner. He represents Adventure Lethwei Club. His official weight, 69.3 kilograms. His record outstanding at 40 victories, opposite a single defeat and 23 draws. Fighting out of Cayenne State, Myanmar, Lethwei Win Line. Your referee, Umiar Le.
Final instructions, center of the ring given to both men. Scheduled for 5 rounds, 71 kilograms, the light middleweight division. Shanko versus Lethwei Win Line. Round number 1.
Round 1.
Blue trunks for Shanko, red trunks for Lethwei Win Line. Immediate forward pressure comes in the form of Shanko. At the center of the ring quickly. Lethwei Win Line, a very difficult fighter to rattle. Left hand after the right from Win Line. Nothing on that head kick from Ko.
Win Line looks very patient here. Really experienced fighter, seems to be baiting Shanko to come in, possibly trying to land that big hook straight combination that we saw to open up for him, just slowly waiting for his opponent to walk in and stalk him and just try to answer with big shots.
2:05 remaining, opening round. See the patience of Lethwei Win Line. Confident with his striking, confident with his striking defense. Very difficult fighter to catch flush. Now driving forward is Win Line.
And when you have 40 wins and 1 loss, you know you're not taking a whole lot of big shots because he hasn't been put out of there very many times.
Still the forward pressure comes from Shanko. Counter body kick from Lethwei Win Line. Left hand misses from Ko. Go right back to the center of the ring. Good left hand from Lethwei Win Line. Knee to the body. And down goes Shanko.
He hurt him bad with that knee to the body, Sean. Sean Coe being aggressive coming in. The more experienced fighter, Win Line, just waiting for his opportunity.
And that is it. Shanko's corner in immediately a delayed reaction, but it was the knee to the body from Tway Thit Win Line that gives him the victory, round number 1.
Take a look at some of the action here. Looks like he caught him a little bit on the way down, but it was definitely the shot to the body before the kick right there that did most of the damage. You can see Shanko almost going down already. Win Line being patient that whole first round, allowing Shanko to come in before he got off on his own offense. Was eventually able to do the damage, most of the damage there at least, with a big knee to the body. We saw a little bit of a delayed reaction from Shanko, and that's pretty typical though, Sean. You know, if you've ever been hit really hard to the body, sometimes it takes a second for you to process it before you realize how bad it really hurt, especially if you take anything to the liver, which more than likely is what put Shanko in so much pain there.
Presenting the award to the winner, Nini, manager of High Wi-Fi. This bout ends at 1 minute 42 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout from the red corner, Tway Thit Win Line.
Now 65 fights, would you believe, just 1 defeat. That's victory number 41, and Joe, clearly it was from the knee. A delayed reaction. Shanko was going down, Tway Thit Win Line, went in to land a head kick that missed, and it's the knee to the body that wins him this fight.
Yeah, we've seen a couple nights, or a couple fights tonight, Sean, where the less experienced fighter tried to make up for it with aggression. I think we saw that again tonight with Coe. Win Line just allowed him to come forward though and walk right into some big shots, and the biggest one of the fight was that knee to the body, and it got him out of there early.
The winner by way of first round knockout, Tway Thit Win Line defeats Shanko.
Shutterstock Music. From Romania, Alex Body Hammer Bublea.
From Romania, Alex Bublea, 35 victories, 13 defeats, 1 draw. Romania, European nation, absolutely in love with kickboxing. And a huge honor for Bublea now to come in, the first Romanian to fight the World Lethwei Championship. In the light middleweight division, WLC 3 legendary champions from Yangon, Myanmar.
Poland, Artur Saladiak.
Big smile on the face of the Pole, Artur Saladiak. Second fight, World Lethwei Championship. His record as he enters tonight stands at 16 victories, 6 defeats, 1 draw. Poland, the country known for producing top boxers, top MMA fighters, and top kickboxers. In the world of kickboxing, stand-up fighting, Artur Saladiak in that elite class. Representing Poland here at WLC, 3 legendary champions. Intriguing, Joe, European versus European here in Myanmar.
Should be interesting to see. Good matchup for these two very even fighters, it looks like, so good matchmaking. And we'll see which one of these guys wants to try to become a fan favorite here in Myanmar.
Both come out of a much more traditional European kickboxing base. You see that evident in the footwork, in the stances, in their selection of strikes. In the light middleweight division, Artur Saladiak versus Alex Bublia.
The following bout is presented by Speed Energy Drink, the official energy drink of WLC. The following bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC light middleweight division. Introducing first, the man fighting out of the blue corner. He represents Knowlesy Academy, London. He weighed in at an even 71 kilograms. His record, 35 victories opposite 13 defeats and 1 draw. From Timișoara, Romania, Alex Bodyhammer Bublé. His opponent awaits and fights out of the red corner. He represents FSC Muay Thai Exeter. His official weight, 70.7 kilograms. His record, 16 victories, opposite 6 defeats and 1 draw. From Miroslavica, Poland, Artur Saladiak. Your referee, Uzar Nisenyan.
Set for round number 1, scheduled for 5 rounds. Final instructions given to the Romanian Alex Bublia and the Pole Artur Saladiak, both fighters now living and training in England. The bell in round number 1.
Round 1.
Blue trunks for Bublia, red trunks for Saladiak. Bublia out quickly, taking the center of the ring. Already, Joe, we see the much more traditional kickboxing rather than Lethwei stance for these two fighters.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we're going to see that with the combination work too. Both of these guys with that European style will probably see a lot of opposite side techniques, left hands and the big right kicks. Both orthodox fighters, so we're going to see probably a more traditional battle here, just with less gear.
Bublia saying that that kick was low. He fights on with limited complaint. No acknowledgement from Saladiak.
I was wondering if Saladiak was going to be one of those fighters that's smiling literally the entire time, but as soon as the bell rang, he wiped the smile off his face. He looks like he's all about business now in there.
That's a hard outside kick from Saladiak just above the knee. Bublia heavy on the front foot, waiting forward. Nothing on that low kick. 110 gone, round number 1. Feint with the right hand from Saladiak. That's a slip on the head kick. Saladiak right back to his feet. Step in knee, hard outside kick from Bublia. Good counter combination with the outside kick to finish from Bublia.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, that kind of more traditional style. Big hand combination, finishes with his left hand, finishes with the right kick after that. That's more of a traditional style. We'll also probably see some same side techniques mixed in. Hopefully both these two remember they can use headbutts as well, so we can see some of that.
Downward elbow attempt. Neither fighter, at least not yet, has been into headbutt range. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Fought from the middle distance. Saladiak missing with that left hook on the exit from Bublia. Then the body kick from Saladiak. See the oblique kicks sending forward. Bublia off of the jab. Saladiak just missing with that downward slashing elbow. Similar to an overhand right, dropping the fist, throwing the elbow. Jump in knee, step in knee, that doesn't fully land, but Saladiak closes the distance. Now 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. Things getting a bit more intense here in Yangon.
And this is the first bit of clinch work we've actually seen in this fight, right near the end of the first round, the first time they finally ended up in a clinch.
Bublia eating the body kick on the exit. Readjusts, warning from Saladiak, allowed his opponent to do so. And that is the end of the opening round.
Some of the action from that first round, we saw a big right hand there by Saladiak. The ponytail of Bublia helped us see the power of it from behind. Saladiak doing a really good job in that first round, letting his hands go, using his boxing. Not a lot of clinch work in the first round from either guys, but both definitely landed some good shots. See why they call Bublia the body hammer there, landing those kicks to the body of Saladiak, but Saladiak waded through him and tended to use his hands a little bit more in that first round. And as we said, a lot more traditional fight, not a ton of clinch work. Good looking round from both guys.
Emphatic
in the corner of Alex Bublia. The corner telling Bublia when Saladiak steps in, throw the quick check left hook. Bublia first to the center of the ring. Sporting touch of hands. Back to work.
Round 2.
Two very accomplished Europeans here at WLC, 3 legendary champions. 2-1 on National Indoor Stadium in Yangon, Myanmar. Alex Bublia versus Artur Saladiak. Bublia, Joe, very heavy on the front leg, and that's why you see the kick to that front leg from Saladiak as he moves forward.
Yeah, you know, if you have too much weight distributed out on that front leg, it makes it hard to be quick to check the kicks. A lot of times if your opponent sees that, they'll try to eat that front leg up and take your weight off of it.
High, tight, disciplined hand striking guard from both men. Saladiak feigning with the jab, good kick, and the counter kick from Bublia right back. Saladiak just missing with that lead left uppercut. Forward pressure from Bublia, lands the outside kick. 2 minutes remaining, round number 2. Inside kick from Bublia. Front teep, then the rear teep on on the oblique kick from Saladiak.
Saladiak's doing a good job of using those kicks to keep range, but then to set up his hands too. He likes to use that oblique kick to distract you when he's getting ready to come in with a big overhand right or a big left.
Or the big left off of the oblique kick. And that is not ruled as a knockdown, ruled as a slip on the left-hand punch. Bublia looked as though he got flashed right back to his feet, ruled a slip. Good left hand from Bublia.
There was that short left hook that Bublia's corner talked about. He landed that. Saladiak was on his way in. Bublia doing a good job this round with his kicks. He's landing some good kicks to the lower body of Saladiak. But Saladiak overall getting the better of him with the hand combinations.
Kick caught. Bublia down, right back up. 50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Counter kicked in the counter right hand, outside kick to end that sequence from Saladiak.
A really good exchange by those two right in the center of the ring. Both guys landed some shots. Saladiak got the better of it.
Temperature being turned up from both fighters here in round 2. Downward elbow, outside kick from Bublia. Both fighters really favoring that outside kick. Teep kick. Saladiak stepping through it. This is with the right hand. Counter right hand on the right cross from Bublia. That is the end of round 2.
Good action from the second round. We'll take a look at it. That's the left hand that was ruled a slip and not a knockdown. Not sure how, but either way, it was a good shot by Saladiak. Saw a counter strike there from Bublia, and another one. His corner in between rounds told him to use that short left hook to counter. We saw that land a couple times in that round, so good work from the corner there of Bublia. So far, a very even fight and a little bit of a clash of styles from what we've seen earlier on the card. Fun to watch, though, both these guys letting their hands go. Usually finishing with kicks after good hand combinations. Not a lot of clinch work, but a really clean technical fight so far from both guys.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Round number 3 of this light middleweight fight, scheduled for 5 rounds. One of the great things about World Lethwei Championship,
Round 3.
top strikers from around the world. We see the different geographical interpretations of striking and indeed of Lethwei, Joe. You're seeing that these two English-based European fighters, Alex Bublia of Romania versus Artur Saladiak of Poland.
Yeah, you know, this fight, as opposed to some of the earlier fights on the card, looks a lot more like what you're used to seeing probably if you're a fan of kickboxing. The only difference is just the lack of gloves, but we haven't seen a lot of the clinch work, very few elbows, no headbutts at all. So it's just a very clean version of a kickboxing fight without gloves, and it's really interesting to see that put on stage at a card like it is here in Myanmar.
You see, largely it's been this range, the oblique kick from Saladiak, this mid-range. Bublia again coming forward, trying to cut off the ring. Feint by Saladiak with the right hand. Good inside kick. That took Bublia off of his striking line. He again steps forward. Again, the inside kick from Saladiak.
Saladiak's had a lot of luck by attacking that front leg of Bublia, but then using that to set his hands up. He's taking him off balance, taking Bublia off balance for his own strikes, and then letting his hands go afterwards. And we just saw him try it again there.
That's a hard rear teep kick that lands. Then the feint and the outside kick on the switch. Bit of flash from Saladiak, showing his creativity. 90 seconds remain, round number 3. Across the halfway line of this fight. Check left hook, nothing there from Bublia. Outside kick. Big body kick that time, Saladiak to the inside. Rare clinch between these two men. Almost a side headlock being held by Alex Bublia. More defensive than offensive. Difficult to throw anything from that position.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, kind of a schoolyard headlock, but here we are back at range. I think these two are a lot more comfortable in this style of the fight than the clinch fighting.
Outside kick from Bublia. Saladiak trying to work off of his jab, feinting with the right hand. Nothing on that kick. Now 35 seconds remaining, round number 3. Again, the low kick from Saladiak. Switch kick to the body. Hard outside kick from Bublia. Both fighters continue to land hard outside and inside low kicks. In the rear teep.
Really good right hand there by Saladiak. Saw him shake it a little bit. No glove on that hand. He might have hurt himself a little bit, but it's the name of the game here.
Outside kick, the bell, slap of hands. We are headed to round 4.
Here we see Saladiak, big overhand right after the left hook to the body. Another look at it there, landed flush right to the temple. And then we see one of his kind of fake kicks to a switch kick. He's done that several times, used fake kicks to set up other strikes. Bublia's done a good job of moving forward, but it's mostly just been footwork for him. Not a lot of offense as he's moving forward. Saladiak kind of gets his timing as he comes in and either uses a kick or his hands to set up the other. And we've seen that many times after landing a oblique kick or a teep kick, he'll then use a fake of that same kick to set up his next strike, either a big kick to the switch side or letting his hands go off of that to get a combination off. Good work by both fighters. Again, very little clinch work, but just very clean, good kickboxing out here.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Round number 4.
Round 4.
Maximum of 2 rounds remain in this light middleweight fight. Two extremely talented European strikers. Alex Bublia versus Artur Saladiak. Outside kick from Bublia. That kick has been there for him time and time again. Limited checks from Saladiak. Then the other direction. Limited checks of kicks from Bublia. Good left hand from Saladiak. Waving him forward is Bublia.
That's the best combo of the fight probably there by Saladiak. Very good strikes and obviously hurt Bublia too. That's the only reason a fighter usually reacts the way he did is because those punches actually hurt. So good start off to the round there for Saladiak.
Universally, it's either a smile or a waving of your opponent forward. That was the waving of the opponent forward from Alex Bublia. 55 seconds gone, round 4. Saladiak pulled back that kick to the body. Good left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body, that in the sternum. Right hand, Saladiak starting to open up here in round 4, lands the left hook body kick.
Well, we've also seen a change of pace in this fight because Saladiak's moving forward in this round. Mostly he's been moving backwards and counter fighting against Bublia, even though he's had a lot of success with that. After he's hurt Bublia in this round a little bit, he's really become the aggressor and fighting more off of his front foot.
See the backward steps now of Alex Bublia. Nothing on that kick. Heavy forward pressure from Saladiak. Feinted on the jump knee, on the switch knee. Left hook, right hook. To the inside with the clinch, both fighters down. Ordered right back to their feet. Wasting no time, quickly on the restart. Both men right back to it. Now Bublia walking forward. There's the low kick unchecked from Artur Saladiak. Bublia trying to change the momentum here in round number 4. Good professional turn from Saladiak, changing the rhythm right hand. Kick to the body from Bublia. Big left hook from Saladiak, starting to find his power shots. Another left hand.
Saladiak doing a good job of mixing it up to the body, high and low with that left hook. Keeps Bublia guessing, and that's how he's been able to land some successful shots in this round.
25 seconds remaining round number 4. Elbow strike, the spin from Saladiak. Bublia did not close distance. Left to the body from the pull, Artur Saladiak. Inside kick, outside kick from the Romanian Bublia. Getting the feint on the switch kick from Saladiak. Continues to walk forward. Saladiak showing the creativity, showing the power, showing the volume here in the 4th round. We are headed to the 5th and final round.
A very aggressive round from Saladiak. Some of the action here, we saw a big left hook to the body. Then going upstairs with the left hook followed by the right hand. Saladiak's really done a good job of being creative in this fight and using his success to become a feint for his next setup. So if he lands a big left hook to the body, the next time he'll go high, or if he lands a big oblique kick, the next time he'll use it to set up a Superman punch. Lots and lots of success that round to the body and the head with the left hook. And the most we've seen Saladiak fighting forward. He's had a lot of overall success in this fight, but a lot of it was counter fighting. And in that round, he fought really heavy off the front foot. Bublia doesn't look nearly as comfortable as Saladiak as a counter fighter, and I think that's why Saladiak had so much success in that 4th round.
Let's go!
seconds out, seconds out.
Show of sportsmanship and respect between Alex Bublia, Artur Saladiak. Fifth and final round. 71 kilograms, light middleweight division. Saladiak arguably, or perhaps not arguably, his best round of the fight at round number 4. Changing the tempo, changing the rhythm, more of the aggressor, but finding success. First 3 rounds of this fight largely as the counter striker. Now being first again, lands that right hand, backs off Bublia.
I think Saladiak's figured out that, he's very comfortable fighting forwards or backwards, but Bublia might not be as comfortable fighting off of his back foot. Tends to be an aggressive fighter, trying to walk Saladiak down. But once he starts fighting backwards, Saladiak's really finding his range and starting to do damage with all of his strikes.
Saladiak to the body with the left hand. Outside kick from Bublia. Waves forward Saladiak. Doesn't land the head kick. That nicely defended. 2 minutes remain, 5th and final round. Looking for the oblique kick, Saladiak. Couldn't find it. Outside kick again from Bublia. Good right hand on the inside, Saladiak. Left hook and the outside kick. Left hand straight from Bublia. Mouthpiece out. Bublia puts it back in his own mouth. Back we go. Saladiak missing with the right hand, still coming forward. Feigning with the left jab, feigning the switch kick. Lands the knee to the inside. Catches the leg. Rare inside fighting in this bout. There's the dump.
I think we have a classic case here too, Sean, where Bublia hasn't done anything to back Saladiak off. If someone's going to aggressively fight at you this way, you're going to have to put something on them that's going to make them change their mind. And Bublia hasn't been able to do that, so Saladiak has just stayed moving forward since the last round when he figured out that he's having a lot of success this way, and now he hasn't backed off a step.
Kick to the body from Saladiak. Another strong round for Artur Saladiak. Back to the inside, back to the clinch, both fighters down. Bublia dropped by a clean left hand by Saladiak in round number 1. Not ruled a knockdown. No official knockdowns in this fight. Finals 10 seconds now. Both men will look for one more significant strike. Good left jab from Bublia. Saladiak, kick check, the bell, the end of the fight. And a big smile on the face of Artur Saladiak.
Yeah, before and after the fight, he's always smiling, but in there he was all about business tonight. Good action from both guys.
Exhale from Alex Bublia, almost looked resigned as though he would be the loser of this fight.
Yeah, and I think that was pretty clear. Even when Saladiak was fighting off of his back foot, as we saw most of the first 3 rounds, he was still landing the better shots, but then he figured out the 4th and the 5th that if he was walking Bublia down, that's where he was having even more success. We saw that here with one of his big takedowns, a big sweep after catching the leg. Slips outside the punch and goes to the body there. Up top the next time, followed up by a knee. Just mixing it up high and low. Creative fighter. Saladiak showed a lot of variety in there tonight. He fought forwards, he fought backwards. He used kicks to set up punches and punches to set up kicks. A little bit of everything. Even mixed in some clinch work there at the end. The 5th round, we saw more clinch work than the rest of the fight. Just a good performance from Saladiak. Bublia is a tough guy, but just wasn't able to find his range in this fight or get comfortable on his offense.
Bublia definitely showing his toughness, showing skill. But Saladiak, we shall await the final decision, but looking as though this will be his 17th pro victory. We're about to find out with our ring announcer, Mike Markham.
Presenting the award to the winner, Mr. Ma2, manager of Speed Energy Drink. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by unanimous decision, from the red corner, Artur Soladiak.
Really no suspense there. Before Soladiak's name was read by Mike Markham as the victor, Bublia already clapping in sportsmanship and really resigned in defeat. You saw the respect, the friendship, the admiration between these two fighters. Bublia knew that despite a very valiant effort, Joe, it was Soladiak's fight over the course of 5 rounds and 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that just had to do with mixing things up. You know, Soladiak fought a lot of different ways, and Bublia never really changed up his ideas, just kind of moved forward the whole time and fell victim to a lot of good counter shots early on. And then once Soladiak took the offensive and started fighting off his front foot, he did even more damage. So overall, just a really good performance from Soladiak.
The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Artur Soladiak defeats Alex Bublia. From Uganda, Umar Samata. This is his 65th fight, enters 40 victories, 20 defeats, 4 draws.
ကျွန်တော်နာမည်စိုးလေးဦးပါဒိုးရွာကလကကျွန်တော်လက်ဝဲသမားစဖြစ်လာတယ်ဆိုတော့ငငယ်ကလေးကကျွန်တော်လက်ဝဲထိုးလို့ရှိရလဲနိုင်ငံတကာလဲရောက်ဘူးတယ်ပကူတုတအတွေ့အကြုံလဲများတယ်ဆိုတော့လေကျွန်တော်ကိုကျွန်တော်တွေးပြီးပေါ့နော်လက်ဝဲလောကထဲကိုကျွန်တော်ဝင်လာတော့တမ်နီစိုးလေးဦးဆိုတော့နာမည်ပေးတာပေါ့နော်ကိုကိုလဲဝမ်းသာမိတယ်အရင်လဲပျော်မိတာပေါ့WLC မှာထိုးရမယ့်ဥမာပြီးတော့သူ့ရဲ့ပွဲကိုပေါ့နော် YouTube မှာတော့ကြည့်ရပါတယ်သူလည်းနိုင်ငံတကာမှာပတ်ပြီးထိုးတဲ့ကစားသမားတယောက်ပေါ့နော်သူ့ရဲ့ပွဲကိုကျွန်တော်လေ့လာပြီးတော့လေ့ကျင့်မှုပိုင်းတွေကျွန်တော်လုပ်ထားတာပေါ့နော်လာမယ့်နိုဝင်ဘာ4ရက်နေ့မှာ WLC ပြိုင်ပွဲကြီးမှာဥမာကစားသမားနဲ့ထိုးရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲပွဲကိုကျွန်တော်အနိုင်ထိုးပေးမှာ
From Myanmar, he is known as the Iron Man. So lean.
From here in Myanmar, extremely popular, extremely talented So Lin Oo. Through 85 fights in his career, he has lost just twice. 50 victories, 33 draws. So that's really a remarkable run of form in terms of consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these guys with big records also have a lot in the loss column, but as we see here with Wu, he only has those 2 losses, and a lot of draws on a lot of these guys' records. But we have a lot of 4-round fights. We have a lot of 5-rounders tonight, but lots of 4-round fights mean lots of guys winning 2 rounds apiece, and that's going to make your draws go up. So only gotten out of there twice in almost 80 fights. So just very impressive for Wu.
He's scheduled for 5 rounds, light middleweight division. In the light middleweight division, So Lin Oo versus Umar Samata. Back to Mike Markham.
The following bout is presented by Sogo Water Tank, the official PE water tank of WLC. This bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC light middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Tiger Muay Thai. He weighed in at an even 71 kilograms. His record, 40 victories, opposite 20 defeats and 4 draws. From Kampala, Uganda, Umar the Pain Samata. The opposition comes in the form of the man awaiting across the ring and fighting out of the red corner. He represents Doyoyar Lethwei Club. His official weight, 67.9 kilograms. His record, 50 victories, opposite 2 defeats and 33 draws. Fighting out of Mon State, Myanmar, So Lin Oo. Your referee, Oo Almar.
Set for the start of this fight, scheduled for 5 rounds. Already the chant in favor of So Lin Oo here in his home nation, Myanmar, versus the Ugandan Umar Samata.
Round 1.
Slap of hands, round number 1. Blue trunks for Umar Samata, red trunks for So Lin Oo. Calm, measured start for So Lin Oo. Hard rear teep kick to the chest from Samata. Look of calm joy on the face of So Lin Oo.
Yeah, and really on both guys. When you have this many fights between 2 fighters, both of them have been there and done that. So looks like they're both very comfortable in there, taking their time, picking their shots at the beginning of this fight, seeing what the other fighter wants to do a little bit, but I expect him to pick it up here shortly.
Samata not getting that head kick through. Ooh, off of the left jab. Time a front teep kick from Samata. Lead left hook, nothing there from Umar Samata. Into the clinch goes So Lin Oo. On the separation, clean break. 1:45 remaining, round number 1. Again, that teep kick thrown by Samata. Work that with the hands on the combination. 3-punch combination, back to the jab for Solinu. Jab from Samata, then the inside kick. And the jab from Umar Samata. Nothing on that high kick.
Yeah, so far Samata's mostly been content to kick and just keep a nice high tight guard with the hands, and really getting off of his boxing combinations.
Landing the left and the right, classic boxing 1-2. Again, there's that teep, favored thus far by Samata. So the rear teeps early, now the front teeps. Right hand, almost a bolo punch. Half hook, half uppercut from Solinu. Final minute, round number 1. Continues to work off of the jab. Nodding at Umar Samata. Those are tight strike, tight, clean, powerful punches from Solinu.
Yeah, Solinu's got good headbutt. Got really good boxing technique. Good side-to-side head movement, using that to create power then into his strikes. And as you said, nice short shots, not coming really wide.
Again, the headbutt, leaning in legally, Solinu. Lethwei, the art of 9 limbs. Fists, feet, shins, elbows, and headbutts. Final seconds now, round number 1. Assessment of the cut and a medical timeout. Slight cut in the left brow of Umar Samata. You can see the blood on the ice pack.
It's funny, both of us growing up boxing fans, you know, you see the clash of heads followed by the blood, and it's a problem in boxing, but in here it's part of the fight, you know. Really good strategy by used mostly boxing and really clean boxing at that to set up those 2 big headbutts where he clashed in, and Drew was able to draw a lot of blood on one of them there.
Reacting as though he has won this fight. Thinking he's going to be stopped on the cut, but it will not be. We will fight on. Time in, final seconds, round 1. Solinu, for the briefest of moments, thought he had won this fight on the cut. Now a right hand from Samata, who nearly knocked down in the final seconds of round 1. Flipped with that right hand.
And then a big head kick to follow. Great finish there. That really evened up that first round. Interesting for almost thought the fight was over. There we see the headbutt, use the boxing technique. Boom, and the other one moving in with the head. Just a great job. Kind of lulled Amatsu to sleep with the hands, and then was able to land the headbutts, one of them that caused a big cut. And we saw a little bit of a turn at the very end of the round there. More boxing combination work, body and head, picking his shots, going around the guard, and you can see Samata's wearing it on his face. Both eyes swollen up, a nasty cut. Good first round for
Popular plastic.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Heading into round number 2 of this light middleweight fight. Umar Samata in round number 1. Cut outside of his left brow and badly swollen under both eyes, especially the left eye. That is a nasty mouse.
Round
number 2 underway. Samata right back to the jab, and again the jab. Lead left hook from So Lin Oo, then the outside kick. Nothing on that flashy head kick from Samata. So Lin Oo, Joe, so tight, so effective with those long, clean punches. That's the outside kick there.
Samata's doing a better job this round. He's mixing it up. He's letting his hands go a lot more and not just using the kicks. I think that's got Oo guessing a little bit, but if it's going to settle into a boxing fight, I think Oo has shown that he has the advantage.
Right hand on the right cross from Samata. Mixing things up a bit, waiting forward off of the left jab. Oo looking to counter, big right hand, and down goes Umar Samata. First knockdown of this fight. Samata back to his feet. And that's ruled the end of the fight. Samata up, does not beat the count. And career win number 51 for So Lin Oo. Samata, Joe, looked like he was trying to time the count, but could not get up from that right hand.
Just a huge right hand, and yeah, I thought the same thing. It looked like he was trying to get up at the last second, but we also didn't see an argument from him. So, you know, typically if that was the case and he was trying to get up, he would have been complaining and not taking pictures with his opponent right now. But So Lin Oo, just unbelievably good, clean boxing. That's what he had the most success with. Threw in a couple headbutts in that first round, but that was just really technical, good, clean combinations with boxing that got him the win in this fight, including that last big punch. He took a shot, came back with his own right hand, landed right on the chin, and we see another knockout here tonight.
A one-punch finish on the knockout win for So Lin Oo on the clean right hand. Gorgeous punch.
Presenting the award to the winner on behalf of Sogo Water Tank, So Tam Win, chairman of TNT Group. The bout ends at 52 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by knockout from the red corner, So Lin Oo.
The class, the experience, the clean technical punching of So Lin Oo really showing through in that fight, that win versus Umar Samata.
Yeah, that's right. You know, two very game opponents, but Oo found out where he had the advantage and kept the fight there. You know, if you're having success with your boxing, stick with it. And in the first round, he was able to get in the boxing range and land good, clean combinations. Some serious swelling on Samata's face, and then came out in the second round, 1 minute in. One timed him on the chin, put him down. We see a knockout there for Oo. Big fight.
The winner, by way of second round knockout, So Lin Oo defeats Umar Samata.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with our winner, So Lin Oo.
So Lin Oo, congratulations.
Talk about what it means to defeat an extremely dangerous international opponent here in your home country.
ဒီကိုမြေကိုရေမှာပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုမျိုးခက်ခဲတဲ့ပြိုင်ဘက်ကိုကောင်းကောင်းမွန်မွန်အနိုင်ယူခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်ဘယ်လိုမျိုးခံစားနေရလဲဆိုတော့တစ်ချက်တော့ပြောပြပေးပါ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါအရန်ကိုပြောရတယ်အခုလိုနိုင်ရတဲ့အတွက်ဟိုမြန်မာကုန်းဆောင်ဒီလိုဆောင်ရတာကိုအရန်ကိုပြောမိတယ်
I'm extremely happy and I'm very proud of to represent Myanmar.
What's next for you after such an impressive victory?
ဒီလိုလှပတဲ့ဒီအောင်ပွဲနောက်ပိုင်းမှာပေါ့နော်အကိုရဲ့ဟိုနောက်ဆက်လုံးမဲ့အကြောင်းတွေပွဲတွေဘယ်လိုစဉ်းစားထားလဲဆိုတာပြောပြပေးပါ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါလာမယ့်နေ့အတွက်ပေါ့အကောင်းဆုံးဖြစ်အောင်လဲပြင်ဆင်ထားပါတယ်နောက်ပွဲလဲအနိုင်ရအောင်လဲအကောင်းဆုံးဖြစ်အောင်ကြိုးစားထားပါတယ်အားပေးနေပြေးတော့လဲနောက်ထပ်ဒီကမကအားပေးပါစေလို့ဖိတ်ခေါ်ကြပါတယ်
Once again, congratulations.
ဟိုယူပါတယ်ကိုစိုးလင်းဝေ
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Lethwei. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to welcome a very special guest to the WLC ring. Please welcome one championship middleweight world champion, Myanmar's own Ong La Inside. First of all, welcome and congratulations on last night's stellar victory.
ပထမဆုံးအနေနဲ့မင်းညာပွဲအတွက်ဂုဏ်ယူပါတယ်ကိုအောင်လား
Again, congratulations, a wonderful victory right here in this very building last night. Talk about what it means to be here in your home country, representing and fighting for these great fans and tasting victory again against an extremely dangerous international opponent last night.
It felt amazing. It was I was so amazed and so happy by the amount of support that I'm getting from all my Myanmar fans. And အားလုံးမင်္ဂလာပါအားလုံးအရင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ကျွန်တော်ပဲ translate လုပ်မယ်နော် So ဒီလိုမျိုးကျွန်တော်အားပေးပြိတ္တအားလုံးအရင်ကျေးဇူးတင်တယ်ဒီကိုစေတီဟာရဲ့အခုဒီ show ရောကျွန်တော်အရင်ဝမ်းတာပြီးတော့ဒီလိုလာကြည့်ရတဲ့ကျွန်တော်အရင်ကျေးဇူးတင်တယ်ဒီ Lethwei ဆိုတာကျွန်တော်မြန်မာပြည်က Lethwei ဆိုတာကဘာကျော်လိမ့်မယ်ကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ဒေါက်တာသမား Lethwei ဆိုတာသူတည်ရကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ America ဒေါက်တာသမား Lethwei ဆိုတာဘာလဲဆိုသူတည်ရအခုလိုကိုစီတီဟာဒီလိုဆက်လို့ရင်နောက်ဆိုဒီကဘာတီဝါလိမ့်မယ်အဲ့ဒီ striking ထဲမှာဆို Lethwei လောက်ကောင်းတယ် Lethwei ပဲရှိရ
What's next for you and when can we expect to see you in action again?
So what's next for me? I will take on any middleweight contenders. I will take on anybody in the world that wants to come take our belt. My next title defense will be I think it's going to be in February. There's another card in Myanmar in February, and I want to defend my belt, and I will fight anybody.
Once again, congratulations. Outstanding win last night. You are truly an inspiration to your country. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. One championship middleweight world champion, Ong La Inside.
တော့ဆောင်းကမပါရှူဘူးကလပ်မှာအဇာသမားနီးရပါအဇာသမားကြတာဟို9တန်းရန်ကုန်မြို့မှာစထူတော့ဒီမှာပြီးချန်ပီယံကို2009နှစ်မှာစားရတော့ကျွန်တော်ပြန်ပဲခက်ခဲဆိုတော့လည်းကိုလုံးကျိုးသူချန်ပီယံဖြစ်ဖို့က14ပွဲထိုးရတယ်WLC ရဲ့ကြီးကျယ်ခမ်းနားပေါ်တော့ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ကောင်လာတော့ပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ချန်ပီယံဖြစ်တယ်ကအဲ့လိုမရှိခဲ့ဘူးဒီလိုအခုလိုပါဝင်ခွင့်ရတော့အရန်ကျေးဇူးတင်တယ်နိုဝင်ဘာ4ရက်နေ့ WLC 3မှာဩစတြေးလျနိုင်ငံကခွာတယ်ကိုအနိုင်ထိုးမိ
From Myanmar, the legend, Son-of-Man!
You just heard him introduced as the legend. A legendary record. 90 wins, just 4 defeats, 96 draws. That equates to 190 fights for Son-of-Man here in Myanmar. A legend indeed. You see how the crowd reacts to him here at Tuanan National Indoor Stadium in Yangon. 90 fights, Joe, is a phenomenal accomplishment. We're talking about 90 wins, 190 fights.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Just to even think about fighting, how active you have to be to do that. That seems like pretty much every weekend since you were a kid, you're in there mixing it up. And under these kinds of rules, that's just an unbelievably lengthy career.
It's debatable what is more impressive. 90 wins, 190 fights, or just 4 defeats over that span.
Right, yeah, that's, you know, as we talked about earlier, a lot of 4-round fights, so that, you know, that's going to equal out to a lot of draws, but in that many fights, he's only been finished 4 times, and those could have been decisions, we don't even know, but, you know, he's only clearly lost 4 times in all those fights. It's pretty unbelievable to think about.
From Australia, Eddie Farrell.
Our co-main event of the evening at super middleweight. Eddie Farrell versus Son-of-Man.
We are set for the co-featured bout of the evening, presented by Wilson So Enterprise Limited, official cable partner of WLC. This bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the WLC's super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Lethwei Club. He weighed in at 78.2 kilograms. His record, 90 victories, opposite 4 defeats and 96 draws. Fighting out of Cayenne State, Myanmar, Son-of-Man. His opponent awaits and fights out of the red corner. He represents Santai Muay Thai. His official weight, 78.8 kilograms. His record, 19 victories, opposite 6 defeats. From Gold Coast, Australia, Eddie Farrell. Your referee, Ung Ong Ong.
Seconds away from the start of this, our co-main event, WLC Legendary Champions. Super middleweight division scheduled for 5 rounds. Son-of-Man versus Eddie Farrell. The bell in round number 1. Blue trunks for Naman, red trunks for Pharrell. Pharrell already setting on the outside, trying to use his length, use his jab. Naman to the inside immediately with the hard clinch. So Naman right back to his feet. So this fight really could become all about range, and it's Pharrell who wants the outside range.
Yeah, you can see he's the much taller fighter, much longer fighter. Not nearly as much experience though as Naman.
Inside kick
right there.
That's a slip. So Naman right back to his feet. Overhand right to the inside. That's Pharrell who initiates that clinch. 2:05 remaining round number 1. Hard body kick. Smirk on the face of Son Naman. What hasn't he seen over the course of 190 fights? The answer, most likely, is nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's seen it all, and he knows, you know, against a tall, rangy fighter, he's going to have to do a lot of this inside fighting, try to make it a little dirty, especially in the beginning.
See the posturing, the mugging on the face of Son Naman. Trying to take Eddie Pharrell off of his game. Again, the smirk after Pharrell lands the outside kick. Naman right back to the inside, trying to solve this range. 120 remaining now, round number 1. The clinch, but Joe, still very much a feeling out process between these two fighters.
Yeah, without a doubt, right now Pharrell looks really comfortable out on the outside. But that's where he needs to keep the fight. If he's having success there, he needs to use that length, try to do as much damage as he can, especially early. He could try to take a jump on this fight.
Locking on the plump, Son Naman. Trying to turn Pharrell. Pharrell turns his back, moving dangerously on the exit. He can attack from 360 degrees on the feet in World Lethwei Championship. But a squeeze there, almost a standing guillotine position in jiu-jitsu and MMA. Oh, look, that's not a cut, just a lump over the right brow of Eddie Pharrell. Pharrell pleading his case to no avail in a medical timeout. See the swelling, but again, not a cut. Safety first here in World Lethwei Championship. Pharrell indicating he has no difficulty with the vision out of his right eye. Medical timeout over, time in, round number 1 resumes. Head kick from Pharrell. Simultaneous kicks, neither landing. Son Naman right back to the inside.
Yeah, and hard to see there, but a lot of really short headbutts. You know, that I'm sure that comes with experience, and that might be why we have the cut over the eye there.
But it's the mouse under the right eye that is popped, and that's where the blood is coming from. Son Naman reacting as though he has won this fight, but again, it's just a medical timeout. It's actually 2 cuts now. The mouse is popped under the right eye, and a cut also outside of the right eyebrow on the face of Eddie Pharrell.
And we'll see on the replay too, I think those are from really short headbutts on the inside. And you know, that's the kind of stuff you learn from having so many fights like Naman. Gets in, and even though you feel safe because he's not at a far range, those short little headbutts, it doesn't take much to make a big cut.
The bell, the end of round number 1.
Some of the action here. That was called a slip. Looked like he landed a kick low at the same time. And as we mix it up, yep, just a little short headbutt, 2, 3, 4. It looked like he was just mixing in these short little headbutts. It was hard to even see his head move at first, and then once I picked up on it, I noticed blood trickling out of the face of Pharrell. Just a really good job of using his experience in there in that short range. And you know, if you're not used to those kinds of rules, and you probably feel pretty safe with only an inch or 2 of space between the head, but it just doesn't take that much. Being a shorter fighter too, the top of his head is landing right in the eye of Pharrell, and that's why we've seen 2 cuts, and that's been the most damage in the whole fight.
seconds out, seconds out.
Eddie Farrell cut in two separate locations on his face by Son Naman in round number 1, outside of his right brow and under his right eye. Also, heavy swelling over his right eye. The reason for the medical timeout. The first one around number 1. The second medical timeout was because of those two cuts. Head kick from range from Farrell to start round number 2. Son Naman right back to the inside. Short left hands. Son Naman so composed on the inside jab. Big left hand. Farrell trying to work to the plum.
Yeah, if I'm Farrell's corner, I'm telling him to make sure this fight's happening at kickboxing range, not getting involved in those clinches. He's getting eaten up in there from lack of experience, and he has a lot of success on the outside. If there's a clinch initiated, it should be from Naman and not Farrell, because he's having much more luck out here at range.
Son Naman, textbook on the clean, effective use of those headbutts, just like in that sequence. Leading in with his head, making it so difficult for Farrell with those short, sharp headbutts effectively in the clinch, just in these situations. Good turn by Farrell. Naman nearly through the ropes. Quick restart, right back to it. Hook to get in from Son Naman, back to the inside. That is nasty swelling under the right eye of Eddie Farrell. And that mouth popping around number 1, flowing blood. 90 seconds remain round number 2. Farrell down to his feet, draws a smile. Farrell pointing to his mouthpiece and taking out a mouthpiece of his own.
No, I think he's saying that he doesn't have a mouthpiece. And Naman's like, hey, I had 200 fights almost, I don't need one.
Interesting that Farrell would complain about his opponent's lack of a mouthpiece. Farrell really upset now in the ring. Perhaps Farrell claiming that he was being bit by Son Naman. We certainly did not see it, Joe. That was a hard accusation by Farrell.
Yeah, he seemed awful upset, though, just to think that it was because his opponent didn't have a mouth guard in, so there must be something more going on.
Can you see that headbutt? Legal here under a Rule Set World Lethwei Championship.
Yeah, and the difference between Naman and a lot of the other guys we've seen tonight is that there's no big setup on it. It's a very small movement from a very close range. And he's been able to land it successfully a lot.
Son Naman is doing the little things well in this fight and from close distance. This is the distance Farrell wants. That distance solved once again by Naman. Down go both fighters. Naman landing his full body weight on top of Farrell. Seeing all of these veteran moves from Son Naman. That is the end of round number 2.
Just dominated from in here. It's hard to see the headbutts on the replay because they're so short. He lands little headbutts, little punches to the body and head. It's just really dominated the clinch phase of this fight. And Farrell's had some luck on the outside. He just hasn't been able to keep the fight there as Naman, the crafty veteran, just keeps getting to the inside and doing damage with short strikes. ဝယ်ယူရရှိနိုင်ပါပြီ
Seconds out, seconds out.
Son Amon, Eddie Farrell, round number 3, our co-main event. Super middleweight division, WLC 3 legendary champions. Tuana, National Indoor Stadium, an absolutely stunning Yangon, Myanmar. Son Amon, so composed. Continually solving the reach and range advantage of Eddie Farrell, who clearly, Joe, wants to keep this fight on the outside.
Yeah, and I think that's making him be a little reluctant to throw hard now from the outside. You know, we're just seeing the residual effects of all the good decisions that have been made by the veteran Naman so far. Now that Farrell doesn't want to open up because he can't get clinched, Naman's open a little bit more up from the outside, and then we find ourselves right back in this familiar place where the fight's really getting taken to Farrell by Naman.
Joe, I think the most effective strike for Son Amon in this fight has been the headbutt from this position. Farrell now holding the plum. See the body work. Elbow from Farrell. On the takedown, long hard look by Son Amon as he gets back up off of the canvas. Farrell just doesn't have an answer for those short inside headbutts of Son Amon. See the 2 cuts on his face, both opened up in round number 1. Outside of his right brow, and mouth, the pocket of blood that popped under his right eye. Good inside kick from Farrell. Son Amon then right back to the inside. 25 remaining round number 3. Farrell back to the plum, but not throwing from the plum. Using it defensively rather than offensively.
Yeah, and I think that's the kind of fight we're in right now. Farrell's constantly concerned about this clinch fighting and the headbutts. It's stopping him from letting go of his good strikes at range. It's stopping him from looking for your normal knees or elbows that he would from in here. Just took another good headbutt. This is just really smart fighting by Naman.
Another medical timeout, the 3rd of this fight. All 3 medical timeouts, Joe. Son Amon has celebrated as though he has won the fight. See the treatment for the cut, which is on the outside of the right brow. Short medical timeout. Time in. Farrell straight punches and trying to use his reach, trying to work off of the jab. Front teep kick from Son Amon. Head kick from Farrell. A bit more snap on that kick. Closing stages now, round number 3. What we're seeing though, Joe, from Eddie Farrell at this stage of the fight, 1 strike at a time.
Yeah, I really feel like he's being timid from the outside now. He's really being a lot more offensive from the outside early on in the fight. But every time he'd miss, he'd get clinched and take a bunch of headbutts, and that's where Naman's won most of this fight. So now even the use of the clinch has affected the rangy part of the fight, which is really good strategy for the veteran Naman.
So Naman, the level change, the dip of the head, right back, pressing on the chest of Eddie Farrell. The bell, we are headed to the 4th round.
Here we see more clinch work from Naman. Farrell unable to keep him off. Right back to the inside. Every time Farrell has tried to load up on anything big from the outside, Naman is using to get to the inside and land strikes of his own. Really good strategy from Naman in this fight so far. Punching into the clinch. When Farrell punches, he clinches. Always getting into the clinch and then working these small little headbutts. He's got the perfect range to land right at the eye level of Farrell, and he's really made that happen throughout this fight.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
Seconds out called. Saw Naman acting as a man who was in full control of this fight. Hardly a word spoken in his corner between rounds 3 and 4. Much more animated in the corner of Eddie Farrell.
Round
4 underway. Outside kick from Naman. Throw with the teep kick. Backs off Naman, taking him off of his striking line. High inside kick from Farrell.
I think those are the best techniques for Farrell to be using at this point. You know, he's clearly losing this fight on the inside, so he needs to use his longer techniques, his teep kicks, his jab, try to catch Naman coming in with maybe short elbows or big punches, but in the meantime, keep him on the outside instead of finding himself back in the clinch all the time.
Naman again coming right back to the inside. You see the headbutt there. He's using the height advantage of Eddie Farrell in the clinch with those headbutts as a disadvantage for Farrell. Getting under, really hitting those headbutts, Joe, up and under.
Yeah, it's not very often that being, tall in a kickboxing fight doesn't help, but this is really an instance where Naman is taking away that range completely by utilizing the clinch. And when he's doing so, he's being crafty. He looks like a guy that's had the number of fights that he's had. He's in there, he's not expending a ton of energy, being very efficient and making those little strikes count really big time. Just small little headbutts whenever they're open and they're in the clinch. And definitely frustrating for Farrell too. You can see it on his face and you can tell by the way he's fighting. It's made him change up his strategy, and so far Naman's just really using that experience to take over this fight.
120 remaining, round number 4. Farrell, to his credit, taking a lot of punishment. Those 2 nasty cuts outside of his right brow, under his right eye, swelling and abrasions all over his face. He continues. Farrell fully dedicating not just his career, but his life to striking into Lethwei. Clinch to the inside, Naman. 45 seconds remaining, round number 4. Again, you see that up and under headbutt. Naman leaping into that headbutt. Legal and effective techniques.
It's really fun to watch here in WLC and just see how that one rule change completely changes a fight. I feel that this fight would be much different without that one rule change, which is that the headbutts are legal. And Naman has fought under these rules and is able to take advantage of that, as Farrell, you can tell, is more used to a more traditional kickboxing style and hasn't been able to have success in those clinches.
Naman making sure again, you see that twice now, that he lands full body weight on top of Farrell. See the confidence of Naman. Hands at his waist as we end round number 4. We are headed to the 5th final round.
Some of the action there, we saw another headbutt and short punches. You know, that's been the bulk of the offense from Naman. Farrell had a little bit better luck that round of keeping the fight at distance, but wasn't really able to land anything real significant. For the most part, all the best strikes in this fight have come from inside the clinch, and they've come from Naman with either headbutts or little short punches. Very technical in there, just not using a lot of energy. Great strategy by the veteran there, and you know, Farrell, although he had a little bit more range during that round, wasn't able to capitalize on it. Finds himself in a pretty big hole heading into the final round here.
Seconds out, seconds out.
A maximum of 3 minutes remain. And this our co-main event, WLC 3 legendary champions in the super middleweight division. Sean Naman versus Eddie Farrell.
Round 5.
Myanmar versus Australia here in Yangon. Thus far, almost all in favor of Myanmar. Sean Naman. Farrell has had his moments from the outside. Those moments immediately switched in terms of momentum to Sean Naman, who takes his fight just like that, Joe, to the inside.
Yeah, and when he does it, it's unbelievable how quick he is and accurate with those little short headbutts. You know, I think that exaggerating the headbutt would make it harder to land. It's so short, sometimes it's hard to even see him do it. But right when he gets in, he's getting to work, you know, using the top of his head against the softer part of Farrell's face, which has given him a lot of success, especially with the couple cuts that we saw in the first round.
We're to the point in the fight where we're going to talk about Farrell's toughness, which really means that he's taking big shots and is losing, but is still there.
Right, yeah, definitely durable. I mean, you could say that about him, and he's looked good at sometimes from range, but, you know, I think that the more he gets to fight under these rule sets, more than likely the better he'll do in these clinching positions, and you know, he's also fighting a legend in there. You know, he's coming in taking on a very tough opponent, but he hasn't had a lot of luck thus far in the fight.
People's skin reacts differently on cuts, on abrasions, on swelling. But look at the face with that in mind of Eddie Farrell, and look at the face of Sean Naman. Naman down there. Second time he's been down in this fight. Second time it's ruled a slip. No protest from Farrell. Sean Naman's face, other than a slight abrasion on the bridge of his nose, relatively clean. Naman out through the ropes. Sportingly, Farrell doesn't pounce. Right back to the center of the ring. Naman down again. Bit awkward here in the 5th and final round. Now the 15th and final minute of this fight.
Yeah, I think that, you know, Farrell knows he's far behind. Naman knows he's far ahead. You know, we'll see on the replay if any of those are actual knockdowns, but either way, Farrell's got short time to make up a big deficit as far as the scoring in this fight. He's going to pretty much have to knock him out to win.
Naman making sure that he pushed off of the stomach of Farrell as he stood. Using so many veteran moves, so much skill and technique as well for Sean Naman. This fight clearly has belonged to the legendary striker from Myanmar, Sonam. Final 15 seconds remaining in this bout. Valiant from Pharrell, but just too much from Sonam. And now time called, and Pharrell celebrates on the medical timeout. I believe that would be known as a moral victory for Eddie Pharrell. He's had very little to celebrate. Very slight swelling, very slight cut. Right eyebrow in the face of Sonam. Interesting reaction from Pharrell on the medical timeout. Time in, touch of hands, final seconds now of this fight. Then Naman going down. He's landed limited strikes in round 5, but he's landed a lot of strikes and a lot of effective headbutts through limited 4 rounds. And that is the end of this bout.
Yeah, that was the best round for Pharrell, but, you know, probably too little, too late. You know, Naman probably was aware he could take that round off and still win this fight. And that allowed Pharrell to have some success there in the 5th round, a little bit from range, fought hard in the clinch. And then we even had the doctor take a look at Naman for a second there right at the very end of the fight. But just lots of good action throughout the fight, and it was really a story of Naman controlling the range of the fight. He felt comfortable in the clinch. He kept getting to the clinch repeatedly, using short punches, shorter headbutts, and just constantly doing damage to Pharrell. Pharrell wasn't able to keep it on the outside where he is having his most luck. So, you know, I think overall a good fight, but a fight that was won by the veteran Naman pretty clearly at that.
Naman seemingly taking off virtually all of round number 5, but feeling, and I believe rightly so, that he was comfortably ahead after the opening 4 rounds. Relatively strong finish for Eddie Pharrell, and again, showed heart, durability, toughness, a lot of character. But in all likelihood, this is going to be win number 91 on Naman. We shall see.
Yeah, you know, I think he lost this fight due to some things like, you know, it's a different rule set. And he's also fighting a guy that's just got so many fights and such a veteran under that rule set. And, you know, I think that was really the difference here. Again, I said at one point in the fight, you take that one rule away in this fight. This fight is a more traditional style fight without the headbutts. And we're going to have a much closer fight on our hands there. But that's not the kind of fight we're in. Naman is a veteran of this style of fighting and really took advantage of that and showed us why he's a legend here in Myanmar.
Both fighters now brought to the center of the ring. Stepping into the ring, our outstanding ring announcer from the United States, Mike Markham, to read the official decision.
Presenting the award to the winner, So Nang of Wilson So Enterprise Limited. We go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Sage Man.
Huge ovation here in Yangon for Sonam. Really no doubt, no suspense. After that 5-round performance, especially performance in rounds 1 through 4 for Sonam. At age 35, he just keeps on rolling, Joe.
Yeah, that's, you know, 35 years old with around 200 fights and still active. It's pretty impressive, and that's why they call him the legend. Sean, we just saw it in action.
Sonam, and these numbers bear repeating. 91 victories, only 4 defeats, 96 draws. Still very relevant in this remarkable career. The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Sonam defeats Eddie Pharrell.
We're here with our winner, Sage Man. Congratulations. Outstanding effort tonight here inside the WLC ring. That looked like a very physically draining, physically demanding fight. What does it mean to get the win tonight here in Myanmar?
ကိုဒီပွဲอ่ะဗောနော်ဒီ အရန်ခက်ခဲကြမ်းတမ်းတဲ့ပွဲတစ်ပွဲဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကြည်ရတာဒီအတွက်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာအကိုအောင်ဒီနိုင်ပွဲအတွက်ရရှိခဲ့တဲ့အပေါ်မှာအကိုဘယ်လိုအကိုအတွက်ဘယ်လိုအဓိပ္ပာယ်ရှိလဲဆိုတာပြောပြပေးပါ
ဒီပြိုင်ပွဲရောပေါ့နော်ဟိုခက်ခဲတဲ့ပြိုင်ပွဲမှန်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်ကပွဲလေးဝေးနေလို့လားအသက်လည်းကြီးပြီးပွဲလေးဝေးနေတဲ့အတွက်တက်လို့ရတယ်နည်းနည်းစကားပြောသွားတော့ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီအလဲမတိုးနိုင်တဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံပြည်သက်တွေတောင်းပန်ပါတယ်
Yes, obviously is a very physically demanding fight, and I've been away from Lethwei for quite a long time. So physically, I'm quite short, but I want to say sorry for my fans for not being knocked out. But I'm very happy for that.
Your opponent had a significant height advantage in this fight. What tactical advantages did you believe that you had coming in?
အကိုရဲ့ဒီအခုလက်ရှိထိုးရတဲ့အကိုရဲ့ပြိုင်ဘက်ကပေါ့နော်အကိုတဲ့အရက်အကိုအထက်ပုံမြင့်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီအတွက်အကိုဘယ်လိုမျိုး technique နဲ့အကိုစူးစမ်းပြီးတော့ရှင်မြန်ခဲ့လဲဆိုတော့ပြောပြပေးပါ
သူထိုးတဲ့ပွဲတွေလေးလာတာပေါ့နော်ကိုကအရက်ပူတဲ့အတွက်အမြင့်တို့ဘယ်လိုထိုးရမလဲဆိုတော့သူ့ရဲ့ထိုးခွဲတွေကိုကိုကအွန်လိုင်းကနေပေါ့နော် YouTube ကနေလိုက်ကြည့်တာတော့ကြည့်ပြီးတော့လေးလာပြီးတော့ကိုကအဲ့တော့ပြင်ဆင်လာတော့ပေါ့ဆရာတွေနဲ့တိုက်ပြီး
Yeah, I watch his fight on YouTube and I study his techniques and I'm very well prepared with my coaches and yeah, I'm very well prepared for this fight.
What's next for you?
အကိုနောက်ခြေလမ်းတွေကိုပြောပြပေးပါ
ကျွန်တော်ဒီလက်ကိုကျွန်တော်စိတ်ခေါ်ပါတယ်
I'm ready for the belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sage Man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away from our main event. Please welcome back the WLC Ring Girls as they present the Middleweight World Lethwei Championship belt.
What's wrong with being confident? What's wrong with being confident? It's time to get the chains out. Is your tongue tied up? 'Cause this is my round and I'm dangerous and you can get off, but it's all about me tonight. So you say I'm complicated, that I must be.
From Australia, kickboxing world champion, Michael Badass Badato.
A confident and enthusiastic entrance for the outstanding Australian Michael Badato. 42-12 is his record. So much success in kickboxing, and this his debut in World Lethwei Championship. To the victor of this, our main event, goes the currently vacant WLC middleweight title. Welcome to WLC. Michael Badato will face one of the legendary fighters in this sport, Tutu, from here in Myanmar. But the Australian Joe looks very confident thus far.
Absolutely, looks like he's ready to go. You know, another fighter with quite a bit of experience, but not a ton of experience under this rule set. So it's going to be interesting to see how a world champion from a more typical kickboxing world does with the changes in rule set here in Myanmar.
Over the top rope into the ring comes Michael Badato.
ကျွန်တော်ကတော့တူတူอ่ะငကားမှာမြမယူကလောဝေးကလကပါအောင်မင်းနဲ့လောဝေးသမားတယောက်ဖြစ်ဖို့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့အများကြီးပဲဟိုစူးစမ်းခဲ့ရတယ်ရင်းနှီးခဲ့ရတယ်เนาะနိုင်ငံကိုယ်တော်ကစားသမားတွေလွန်ရှားပါရပါเนาะအဲ့လိုရှားပါနေတဲ့အချိန်မျိုးမှာကျွန်တော်ဒီလိုနိုင်ငံကိုယ်ဆောင်တယောက်ဒီပထမတန်းလောဝေးကျော်တယောက်ဖြစ်နေရတာအတွက်ကျွန်တော်ဂုဏ်ယူရပါပြိုင်ဘက်ကိုသူ့ရဲ့ပြိုင်ပွဲအားလုံးကိုကျွန်တော်သူ့ရဲ့လေ့ကျင့်ထွေနေရမှာကျွန်တော်အားလုံးကိုကြည့်ပြီးလေ့လာတာပဲเนาะဒီပွဲအကြောင်းနိုဝင်ဘာ၄ရက်နေ့မှာရှင်မြိုင်ထိုးသက်မယ် WLC 3မြန်မာယူကလက်ဝှေ့ပြိုင်ပွဲကြီးမှာအော်စတြေးလျနိုင်ငံကဗရာဒိုကိုလဲထိုးပြီး WLC ကပတ်ကိုကျွန်တော်ရအောင်ယူမယ်
King Lethwei, 2-2.
He is a legitimate superstar here in his home nation, Myanmar. For 48 fights in his career, he has never lost. Enters this bout, 5 victories, 13 draws. This is 49th career fight. He will become the WLC middleweight champion. 5 rounds, 75 kilograms, our main event of the evening. Michael Badato versus Tutu. Our main event, at stake the vacant WLC middleweight championship, Michael Badato versus Tutu. Let's go back to Mike Markham.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching around the world, we are set for the main event, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the vacant middleweight world Lethwei championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Full Force Australia. He weighed in at 74.4 kilograms. His record, 42 victories, opposite 12 defeats, a multiple-time kickboxing champion. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Michael Badato. The opposition comes in the form of the man awaiting across the ring and fighting out of the red corner. He represents Nagar Mal Lethwei Club. His official weight, 75 kilograms. He is undefeated at 35 victories, opposite 0 defeats and 13 draws. Widely regarded as the #1 Lethwei fighter in the world. Fighting out of Magway, Myanmar, 2-2. Your referee, Uzabu Cha.
Scheduled for 5 rounds, our main event, WLC 3 Legendary Champions. We're at Tuanan National Indoor Stadium in the absolutely gorgeous Yangon, Myanmar, one of the great cities of Asia. World Lethwei Championship. Lethwei, the traditional fighting sport of Myanmar, brought into the modern age by WLC. Final check of the hand wraps of Michael Badato. Made his name in striking sports and combat sports and kickboxing. Debut appearance in WLC. 2-2 without a doubt. Made his name here in Myanmar in Lethwei. The bell in round number 1.
Round 1.
With Joe Wilk, I'm Sean Wheelock. Glad that you are with us, watching around the world. WLC 3 Legendary Champions. Here we go with our main event. Blue trunks for Michael Badato, red trunks for 2-2. Head kick from 2-2. Low kick from Badato. You see the feints, Joe, from 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, early on, you can see him using his eyes to try to fake out Badato, looking down at his legs and then trying to kick high, using some tricks in here. 2-2 is a very experienced fighter. And again, under these rule sets, has a lot more experience than Badato, so we'll see if that plays a part in tonight's fight.
Much more open striking stance, hard outside kick from Badato. You see the bounce in the stance, really a contrast in footwork early on. Just what we expected, respective backgrounds of these two fighters. Stiff jab. Badato landing well from the outside early on. 110 gone, round number 1. Three-punch combination from 2-2, nothing getting through, at least not yet. Another outside kick from Badato, targeting the legs on those low kicks. 2-2 missing with that left hand over the top. Good movement thus far from Badato.
Yeah, Badato's having success from the outside, similar to what we saw in the co-main event here, but we'll see if 2-2 takes that range from him here shortly.
Kick caught, right hand ruled as a slip. Badato right back to his feet. A kick not through, counter low kick. 2-2 looking to the body, then the left hook to the head. A kick over the top from Michael Badato. Badato working off of the jab. Hooked in the kick, right hand just misses from 2-2. Left hand from 2-2, that found the mark. Feint by Badato. Badato, Joe, early stages trying to take this fight to 2-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make it his style of fighting too, you know. So far we haven't seen very much clinch work. 2-2 not taking advantage of the headbutt rule here and is engaging in mostly just a regular kickboxing fight without the gloves here against a world champion in Badato.
Badato again pressing forward, head kick not getting through. 15 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our main event. To the winner of this fight with the WLC middleweight title, Michael Badato versus 2-2. The bell, we are heading to round 2.
Good first round, good opener, very even. There we see 2-2 timing the kick, catching it, using the punch to send Badato to the ground. Not ruled a knockdown though. An exchange of jabs there, both guys landing. Nice left hand. Good combination there from 2-2. Lands the left hook, right hand over the top, finishes with a knee to the body. There we see Badato mostly getting out of the way there, but still good offense from 2-2 coming forward. Close round, not a lot of clinch work. Probably going to go to 2-2 though. Landed a little bit more of the shots, but a very good opening round for Michael Badato.
turn this up. Nobody's stopping now. Nobody's giving up. It's time to move it now. It's time to turn this up. Nobody's stopping now. Nobody's giving up. It's time to move it now. It's time to turn this up. Nobody's stopping now. Nobody's giving up. It's time to...
Heading into round number 2 of this title fight. Touch of hands, back to work for both Michael Badato and 2-2. Badato again, as he did in round 1, trying to work from the outside, trying to work off of that long jab. Good sequence from 2-2, finishes with the outside kick. 2-2 looking for the oblique kick. There's the jab from Michael Badato. Overhand right, nothing there from 2-2. Badato then the head kick, stepping in with the elbow. Another big elbow from Badato. Counter left hand from 2-2. Badato with the right hand. Things heating up, opening minute, round number 2.
Yeah, Badato really turning it on here in this round off a mistake by 2-2, caught him off balance and then just rushed and landed a lot of good elbows and did damage up there against the ropes and then got out of that clinch and didn't take anything back really.
Low kick from Badato, another low kick. Over the top, missed by 2-2. Hard low kick. 2-2 making no attempt to check those kicks, just eating them, full force in the thigh. Check that kick. 3 was too many. Short headbutt from 2-2. His first headbutt of this fight, now to the inside. Joe, this is where 2-2 feels he will have the advantage over Michael Badato.
And that's what we saw in the co-main event. You know, Badato's having a lot of luck at range. He's doing an excellent job in the kickboxing portion of this fight. But this is a Lethwei fight, and when it turns into that kind of a fight, we're seeing Tutu take advantage of that clinch and landing headbutts already.
Tutu trying to get to the inside. Can't get the head kick through, can't get the second one through. That's clearly a slip. Immediately ruled as such. 65 seconds remaining round number 2. Between rounds 1 and 2, Badato's corner calling for more elbow strikes. Buries that hook to the body. Tutu continues to throw the head kicks to no avail. Badato feeling good about things thus far.
So far, this has been a great round for Badato. He's keeping it his style of a fight, and he's capitalizing every time he catches Tutu off balance, landing some really good combinations, and just being the more active fighter in this round as well.
Good left hand from Tutu. Left hand right back on the jab from Badato. Right hand. Badato cut over his left eye. Low kick again from the Australian Michael Badato. Left hand from Tutu and a right hand, then the headbutt to the inside. The volume definitely being turned up right now between these two fighters. Closing stages, round number 2. Tutu with the jab. Good left hand from Tutu. It's a snap left from a tough angle from his waist. Badato missing badly with that kick. We are headed to round 3.
Some of the action from that round there. Badato was able to control from the outside early in the round, but Tutu made it a good round as he came back on him and later in the round landed some good headbutts, caught some damage. Looks like we got a cut over Badato's eye. Another close round. Very good job of aggression coming out early against Badato, not letting the fight being taken to him, but Tutu answering back like the veteran and Lethwei that he is. Was able to land some really good shots towards the end of the second round. Some of the elbows there from Badato. Over the top, another good one. Action-packed round. Plenty of highlights to show after a round like that. That's what you expect in the main event, Sean. Good round between both guys. Lots of action, and see if Badato can keep that pace.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Headed to round number 3 of this title fight. To the winner goes the currently vacant WLC middleweight championship.
Round 3.
Between rounds 2 and 3, Michael Badato's corner telling him throw headbutts, reminding him this is Lethwei. Use the headbutts. Inside kick from Tutu. Badato with the early forward pressure here in round 3. Again, trying to work off of the jab. New orthodox, the right-handed stance. Snap jab from Tutu just off the mark. Snap jab right back from Badato. Badato cut over his left brow in round number 2. Also a slight mouse forming in round 2 under Badato's right eye. Badato smiling as that kick landed unchecked.
They've slowed down a little bit here for the third, Sean. Definitely Badato didn't come out nearly as hot as he did in the second round, but they're both settling in now, and this is a 5-round title fight, so.
Heavy shots now from Tutu.
Just as I say that, Tutu starts coming in aggressively.
Big knee, down goes Badato. Surely that's a knockdown, and no. Ruled as a slip, and Tutu landed the knee. Michael Badato went down immediately. Second time Badato has been down in this fight, dropped in round 1. That like this, knockdown, ruled not a knockdown, but a slip. No complaint though from Tutu. Badato down there, that's definitely ruled a slip.
Yeah, but I think Tutu has him hurt to the body a little bit, and it looks like he knows it. He's really going after Badato now. He saw Badato's reaction to one of the shots he took, and now has really started opening up with his offense.
Tutu definitely picks his moments. Does it in this fight, does it in his career. Down, and that's ruled as a slip. Again, this is fight number 49 of Tutu's career, never been defeated. Should be a remarkable accomplishment for Badato to take this title while defeating the great Tutu. Nothing settled yet. 1:45 remaining, round number 3. Outside kick from Badato. Inside kick from Tutu. Badato off the jab. Hard outside kick from Badato, then spins, gives his back. Head kick from Tutu. Across the halfway line now of this, our main event, WLC 3 legendary champions.
You'd like to see some more leg kicks from Badato, because when he's tearing into that leg, Tutu doesn't seem to check him all that much, but then Badato seems to abandon it and start going back towards other strikes.
Badato's mouth coming open here in round number 3. Definitely breathing heavier. Good left hand from Tutu. That is the end of the 3rd round.
Some of the action from that 3rd round, that straight left of Tutu comes from a funny angle. If you're not used to seeing something like that, you're going to get caught with it a lot, and that's what we've seen from Badato. That's been a really good weapon for Tutu in this fight, that kind of awkward jab from a funny angle. There we see some of the action when Tutu felt like he had Badato hurt to the body and was really pouring it on, trying to get him out of there. Definitely did some damage. Started making Badato fight more on his back foot and less comfortable out of his normal kickboxing range. It's been an action-packed fight. Seems like Badato might be slowing down just a little bit, and Tutu's coming into his comfort zone in his set of rules here in Myanmar.
Michael, throw that jab first, please. Okay? Do the sticking jabs again. Stick and move. You're going forward, but you've done nothing.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Round number 4. Tutu starting to really take control of this fight. Definitely landing the heavier strikes. Michael Badato, though, finding success time and time again with the jab from distance, and full credit to the Australian Michael Badato. Tremendous success throughout his career in kickboxing. Coming to Lethwei, making his debut in World Lethwei Championship against Tutu. Along with Tun Tun Min, Tutu considered one of the 2 greatest fighters currently in this sport. Still nothing decided, nothing settled. 2:15 remaining, round number 4. Good left hand in the right, and there, Joe, we see the example of the flashes of power of Tutu now leading with the head, smart headbutt.
Yeah, right after he hurt him with the hands, Tutu came in with a couple really good headbutts there. Immediately started backing Badato up. That seems to be the story for Tutu. He hits you with power, and then once he gets you, he really gets on you.
That was a slip. The volume belongs to Michael Badato, but the power strikes, the significant strikes, belong to Tutu thus far. Left hand. Kick checked in the left hand. What a clever combination. Badato with the elbow. Snap jab from Badato. It's been his most effective strike in this fight.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success with the jab and the leg kick, and you heard his corner in between rounds there telling him, you know, lead everything with the jab, and I think that's why they've seen the success with that strike from him.
Tutu not getting that roundhouse kick through. Hard outside kick from Badato. Cut left brow in round number 2, but that cut has not been a factor. His corner doing a good job stopping the flow of blood. Right hand from Tutu. Final minute, round number 4. Tutu with the jab. Tutu comes forward. See the head movement from Badato. Trying to slip, trying to duck. Sneaky jab. High inside kick. Landed legally. There's the left hand. See the swelling under the right eye of Badato, that mouse. Good right hand from Badato. Swelling now under the left eye of Tutu. For significant marking that we've seen on Tutu's face. That left eye swelling badly, lands the right hand, there's the power once more. 20 seconds remaining, round 4, the left jab from Badato.
Seems like every time Badato starts to get into a rhythm and land some good strikes, Tutu really slows him down with some big power shots, and we just saw that again. Snapping the head back of Badato. Very good job by Tutu. Both these guys really leaving it all out there. This is a lot of action for a long fight.
Badato slips down to one knee. Ordered the stand, the bell. We are headed to the 5th and final round.
There we see Tutu catching Badato coming in with that left hand, really snapping his head back. Then the left hook there right over the shoulder of Badato, mixing it up well. Both exchanging jabs there. We've seen that a few times in this fight. Both guys getting their head snapped back with a jab. Tutu gets the better of that exchange with the nice clean right hand. Right on the chin, you can see it turn the head of Badato. And there they go, exchange left hands again. Really good matchmaking here. This is a great fight for a main event. You bring in a former world champion to take on the main guy in your sport in Myanmar. Just overall has been a really good showing from both guys, and we can see the damage on the face of former world champion Michael Badato.
World champion Badato in kickboxing trying to become a world champion in Lethwei. That mouse about to pop, Joe, under the right eye of Badato. Swelling on the cheekbone, and then the mouse, the pocket of blood directly under his right eye. Slight swelling under the left eye of Tutu.
One well-placed headbutt by Tutu would definitely send that thing pouring down Badato's face, that's for sure. We saw that in the co-main event, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here in the 5th round.
You just saw the indication that we have reached the 5th and final round. The final round of this stacked card. 8 fights in total here at Tuanan National Indoor Stadium in Yangon, Myanmar. WLC 3 legendary champions.
Seconds out, seconds out.
Seconds out called. To the winner of this, our main event, goes the currently vacant WLC middleweight title.
Round 5.
Great show of sportsmanship, respect, and class between Badato and Tutu. And back to work, back to business. Tutu trying not just to win this title, to remain undefeated through 49 fights in his remarkable career. And again, Badato Debut in World Lethwei Championship. This is the 55th fight of his career, made his name, made his reputation in kickboxing, transitioning to Lethwei. Showing flashes for 2-2, showing the real power shots. Still nothing decided.
Now, this has been a really close fight, and it really comes down to what you just said is, do you put more on the volume of strikes that have been landed or the power? Because I really think that's what this fight's going to come down to. 2-2's landed the harder shots, but Badato's picked him apart a lot from the outside, and it's been a really good main event.
1 minute gone, fifth and final round. See the bad swelling under the right eye of Badato. Slight swelling under 2-2's left eye. Snap jab again from Badato. Tutu paws in his face, lands the 1-2, the left and the right hand. Tutu back to the jab, nods at Badato as he comes forward. Just misses with that inside kick. Left hand from Tutu, left right back from Badato, then the outside kick. Swelling becoming more and more significant now under Tutu's left eye. Good left hand, short and sharp from Badato. Then left to the body. Tutu answering back with a left hand. 70 seconds remaining in this title fight.
Both these guys know this fight's closer. They're really letting it go out there, and just like we've seen a lot in this fight is when Badato starts to touch Tutu, Tutu will snap his head back with a powerful shot, and it changes where the fight goes, and now we end up in the clinch, where we're finally seeing some headbutt work from these two.
Tutu smartly, effectively landing the side headbutts. Naive to think that there was no skill in headbutts in Lethwei. There was a lot of skill in headbutts. Skill in that left jab of Badato. Left hand, then the right, then the head kick. Big, powerful sequence from Tutu, the right hand.
Great job by Tutu and great timing here near the end of a close round to land such a big combination like that. That could really put the judges in his favor in this fifth and final round.
Elbow, then back to the snap jab from Badato. Low kick from Tutu. Final stages of this fight. 10 seconds remain in our main event. Badato coming forward off of the jab. Tutu to the body, the left hand, the left jab. Badato comes forward. Another left jab. Left hand from Tutu. A thumbs up, the hug, and that is the end of a really impressive and really hard-fought main event.
Yeah, very competitive fight there for our main event and a title fight. Everything you could ask for. Here's some of the action from the fifth and final round. Badato making Tutu miss, but then Tutu coming with the big left high kick. Great setup there by Tutu, coming over the guard of Badato. Saw a lot of this in the round and in the fight. Was just that jab from Badato. Did a really good job with his jab and his low kick. But when it came time for the more powerful shots, it seemed like Tutu took the advantage.
The scorecard being tallied. The judges will determine who becomes the WLC middleweight champion, Michael Badato or Tutu. And Joe, you nailed it. This is about the volume striking of Michael Badato or the power striking of Tutu over the course of 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out. You know, each judge could put that emphasis a different way. You know, clearly Badato's face is showing the wear, but now so is Tutu's. Tutu's left eye is almost completely shut from that jab of Michael Badato, and so it overall was a very competitive fight. And we're just going to see what the judges think here. Who's taking the belt home? Was it the volume of Badato or the power of Tutu?
Really impressive from both men. Both acquitting themselves extremely well here in our main event of WLC 3 Legendary Champions. That is what is at stake, along with an extremely significant victory. Will either be career win number 43 for Badato, career win number 36 for Tutu. Let's end all suspense with our ring announcer, Mike Markham.
presenting the title to the winner, Lethwei, Vice Chairman of the Myanmar Lethwei Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by unanimous decision, and now middleweight world Lethwei champion from the red corner, 2-2.
Now undefeated through 49 career fights, and he is the WLC middleweight champion, Victoria.
We're joined by the champion, the new champion here. Congratulations on an outstanding fight. You are widely regarded as the #1 Lethwei fighter in the world. How does it feel to be validated now as the middleweight world champion?
middleweight world championship ရခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်အကိုတူခုရင်ထဲမှာဘယ်လိုခံစားနေရလဲဆိုတာပြောပြပေးပါ
ကျွန်တော်အခုဒီကပတ်ကိုရရှိခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်အရင်ပဲဂုဏ်ယူဝမ်းသာမိရဲ့ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုကျွန်တော်ဒါဒီပွဲကရန်ခက်ခဲနေကျွန်တော်ရဲ့သွေးတွေရောဇွဲတွေရောကျွန်တော်ရင်းပြီးမှဒီဟာကိုရလာပါတော့အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်အရင်ပဲဝမ်းသာဂုဏ်ယူမိပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ပေးသက်တွေအတွက်လည်းကျွန်တော်ဂုဏ်ယူပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်ဒီလိုအနိုင်ထိုးပေးနိုင်ခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုဒီကပတ်ကိုနိုင်ငံသားလက်ထက်ပါသွားလို့ရှင်ကျွန်တော်ရှုံးတာမို့ကျွန်တော်ပေးသက်တွေနဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံရှုံးတော့မှာလေခုဒီကပတ်ကိုကျွန်တော်ရယူပေးခဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်အရင်ပဲဂုဏ်ဝမ်းသာမိပါတယ်
You fought an extremely difficult opponent tonight to earn that belt over your shoulder. What kind of preparation went into this bout that allowed you to get the result?
ဒီလိုအခုဒီနေ့ညပွဲမှာအကိုအခက်ခဲနဲ့ရှင်ပြိုင်ခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်အကိုရဲ့ဒီပြင်ဆင်ခဲ့မှုတွေဘယ်လိုမျိုးခက်စူးစမ်းခဲ့ရလဲဆိုတာပြောပြပေးပါ
ကျွန်တော်ဒီပွဲကအရန်ရေးကြည့်တယ်ဒီကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ပြန်ပဲ Michael Brado ကလည်းအရန်ဟိုကောင်းတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်အကောင်းဆုံးဖြစ်အောင်ကြိုးစားရမယ်ဆိုတာကျွန်တော်သိတယ်အဲ့ဒါအကောင်းဆုံးဖြစ်အောင်ကြိုးစားပြီးတော့ချွေးတယ်သွေးတယ်ကျွန်တော်ရင်းပြီးတော့ဒီကပတ်ကိုရယူလိုက်တာပေါ့နော်
We all know there's never really any rest in sport. What's next for you?
အကိုရဲ့နောက်တဲ့ခြေလမ်းတွေကိုကိုပြောပြပေးပါ
ကျွန်တော်နောက်ထပ်ဒီထက်ကောင်းမွန်အောင်လေ့ကျင့်ပြင်ဆင်မှုတွေလုပ်မယ်ဒီထက်ကောင်းမွန်တဲ့ထိုးလုံးတက်ကွက်တွေကိုလေ့ကျင့်မယ်ဒီထက်ပုံမူပြီးတော့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံပေးသက်ကြီးပဲကျွန်တော်အကောင်းဆုံးတွေလုပ်ပေးဖို့ပြင်ဆင်တော့မှာ
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the new world Lethwei middleweight champion, 2-2.
An outstanding night of fights here at Tuanan National Indoor Stadium, stunning Yangon, Myanmar. For my broadcast partner Joe Wilk and everyone at World Lethwei Championship, I'm Sean Wheelock. Thanks for watching WLC 3 Legendary Champions.
We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight in Yangon. We'll see you for WLC 4 coming up soon. Thank you.